game. It's rendered in real life, literally, because that's how meat works.
Yeah.
And then they just filmed it. Which I did know that, and it is like good on them for just like saying we're not gonna fucking animate that.
Honestly, it was probably cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, imagine all the things that go into animating an actual piece of, because you have to think about, I know nothing about animation, so this is me just speaking out of my ass, but I'm just like, I can't think of artistically and just logistically how you would make that look realistic as if I hadn't ever cooked meat before. Hang on 1 second.
You can talk and do two things. Well, maybe not you, actually.
I'm easily confused. But I think we knew that.
No, it definitely wasn't in your letter of introduction.
Easily confused.
I want to be a hysterical woman, 1880s. Oh, I can turn the ambience back on.
Okay, that's good.
Vale. I'm as smart as Lina is.
Me. You're as smart as Lina is?
Yes. I just thought of something that she's going to think of.
That's...
You guys heard of the game The Altars that just came out?
Nope.
It sounds familiar.
There's a trailer for it, I think, in one of the gameplay reveals last year. It's essentially, I say it's a base builder, but it is narrative. You are crashed on a planet, and you got sent to the planet with a big crew and everything, and the entire crew except for you died in the crash. You then get and find your like ship that made it before you, so you could traverse the planet and like get its resources and stuff. You, in order to like crew this big like circular like ship that goes through, you have to clone yourself. And essentially you make the clones by going throughout your life and changing decisions that the character made before you started playing the game. And then those changes change the personality and like the skills of all of your clones. So Matt's playing this right now. He's currently talking to 4 different versions of his character. And they're all like completely different, and it's becoming like a social like deception and like an ethical quandary because the company is trying to like get them to do stuff, and it's actually crazy.
Sounds interesting.
It's got very positive on Steam. It was released like 2 days ago. A bunch of people are streaming it now. It's like you essentially, I mean, it's kind of a mind fuck in a way, because like because you're the captain, you're in charge of these clones of yourself, and you have to like get them
the altars.
Yeah. Now, one thing is the trailer.
Are you sure you know what you're doing out there?
The trailer made it seem like it was a sandbox. It's not really a sandbox. It's very story driven, is the thing. it kind of turns into like a Telltale like game where you have dialogue options and this sort of thing and how to deal with each altar.
Who wants story in their games? Says the people who do this weekly.
Yeah, I mean, but no. I'm just saying, like, Matt. I love Matt with all my heart. He's beautiful. He got into it thinking that it was going to be like a logistics thing, like you would be in a zoomed out kind of macro view of everything, and then you would have to manage these things, and that like the dialogue thing was something that you can interact with. That's sort of ancillary to the mechanics of the game. It's the opposite. It's you are so like engrossed in the narrative, and you have to like make these really hard decisions, and the actual gameplay. Okay, that time card isn't nice. But Tyler shits on Matt. I'm just saying.
You said very nice things, which is why I was going to grab that little chunk of things.
Absolutely crazy. But it's very, very interesting, and like you have like a scientist version of you and like a technician version of you, and a botanist, and a doctor, and a therapist, and all of these other things that are
This just sounds like
different.
me.
Yeah, I mean, it's another good thing for Matt because Matt's family is 100% Polish. The guy in the game, the guy who voice acts it, and the guy who like did the motion capture for it, he's also Polish. The character is Polish. They talk about pierogi all the time. Like he was almost like moved to tears by like one because it's like Ewan he had made one other altar at this point, and they weren't getting along essentially. Like they were very different personality wise, and like they bonded over their mother's cooking and like over all this, and now it's like that's fucking beautiful, man. Pierogi. They made pierogies like Mom. And I'm like, you've changed. But it is. It's definitely one that I want to play. So I went away from Matt while he's playing it because I don't want any spoilers.
I have a logistical question for you.
Sure.
One can only use 5 stim packs in a day, correct?
A standard person, yes, you can use. Well, no,
No.
You get more health back. It's
Exactly.
5, yeah.
So perfect. Thank you. So a standard person can only use 5. So if someone was not a standard person, there could be redundant ways to top them up.
Well,
Okay, I'm going to stop dicking around with the random wording. Engineered redundancies allows me to heal Veil using emergency droid repair patches, which only heal for 3, but up to 6 uses. No diminishing returns, but then they just stop working. Technically, these do not stack with each other, so it does allow additional healing for Veil only.
Where is that? Fuck. Yeah. So I to me that sounds like an abuse case because it sounds like you can from no matter where he is at the combat, as long as you have enough time and have enough packs. I guess it is limited.
It still has the diminishing returns. It only does 3, so it does a maximum of 15 total in a day. It still takes the maneuver. It just doesn't have the stacking effect with the stim packs. They stack separately. The other issue is Veil can't use them. Only Lina can because I'm the one who has the talent. He doesn't know how to fix himself.
Yeah. So someone can't stim themselves?
No. Veil
I know you're talking
can
about the
stim
packs,
himself.
But he
Because
can't use
the Cybertech talent tree allows to heal with the droid emergency repair patches. Because I'm the one who took the tree, technically only Lina can use them on him.
That okay, that makes more sense because to me, because at the outset, it sounded like you were trying to get double bang for your buck in terms of healing, and you already are really good at that. Which I'm not going to punish you for being good at it, but
I'm not going to punish you for being good at it, but all of you step on landmines?
yeah, 100%.
Well, that's just it. Vale did, in fact, step on a landmine. He is the squishiest frontline fighter. I want to find other ways to make him less squishy, and this seems to work.
It does. I agree. I'm honestly I'm fine with
Now,
it.
in combat, it's still mechanically better for me to stim him until 4 stims in. At which point, it's better for me to switch to emergency repair patches because it's always
Gotcha.
3, whereas the stims dip down.
And emergency repair patches still take a maneuver.
Yeah. They function just like a stim patch, but they're a stim
Except for
pack,
droids.
but they're for droids. Yeah.
Okay. So what is the maximum amount that you can heal him?
Maximum amount that I could heal Vale in one day
7,
is
6, 13, 18, 22
43
is 43. Okay, I want in
for the cost of 11 maneuvers.
11 maneuvers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's because you can only still do one at a time. That's
Yeah. Like I could even stim the same person twice in a round by spending 2 strain and being next to them, but they're never next to me.
yeah, 100% because you don't go in.
No, it's dangerous up there.
It really is. Yeah. 'Cause
Vale.
make it dangerous. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Diego, do you
It's
like
not dangerous.
do you like the thing that I'm gonna take credit for something that I had absolutely no part in, that everybody else had way more part in than I did. I essentially was like, come up with the name and what class it's under, then I don't care. But
Yes, I do like the thing.
good. And then
'Cause, yeah, I was having a hard time finding something for that particular fighting style.
yeah, it's because it's not because it's weird because what your character concept, I love it. It's beautiful. It's just there isn't a real analog with it in Star Wars, so they didn't make a class for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There isn't like a. I feel like that's a spoiler. What? Oh. That was in the trailer? Oh, that's not good, man. Oh. Yikes. Okay. Get away from
Question
that.
mark?
Well, I had auto playing the video for the altars, and there's a story event that's in there that is not an early game thing.
Oh.
It's
Rip.
like- yeah. But yeah, so, and you know that in order to take that, you can take another class and specialization at any time. You just need to pay for it. You know what I mean? With experience. So this is you like learning. Okay, now that I'm not an agent of whoever you are an agent of, now I'm trying to come into my own and go down this route rather than being like an whatever you are now. What else are we looking at? Oh yeah, I did want to say I'm getting married next month.
Oh, next month.
Wow.
Better not be on a fucking
Oh.
Sunday.
It is not. It's going to be on a Saturday. But
We're still not going to play on Sunday.
yeah, we're not going to. No. I also wanted to. I guess this is the news dump for me, but something kind of exciting is going to be happening over the next couple of months.
Are you pregnant?
Matt and I, yeah, we're in the adoption proceedings right now. So,
Oh damn!
it's,
Oh,
yeah, I'm totally fucking with you. Absolutely not. We're not getting kids right now.
I was gonna say I wanted to be nice, but you can barely handle a cat. Like the cat is winning.
The cat is, yeah. We installed a gate in the doorway to our kitchen.
It's a
That's
cat.
4 foot. That's 4 foot tall. That's meant for toddlers. It is now is keeping him out of the kitchen by tooth and nail. He is not happy. He's like, I want free reign. And he tried jumping out. He almost got hurt because he jumped off the table and tried to leap over it, but then he hit it and did a backflip. And we were like, oh God! And
you
he was
realize
like,
you're
yeah.
going to teach him to land on it and use it as a springboard.
Oh yeah, 100%. So we moved the table very far away, so he's not going to be able to do that.
For now.
Anyway,
what
so
date is
the
your wedding? So I can add it to the Stormrunner Q3 schedule.
Oh, it is the weekend of the 25th.
You shouldn't have to think that hard.
I just had to pull up the exact date, the number date. Yeah, the 26th. That's the Saturday. It's going to be super small. It's just going to be my parents, my mom and stepdad, and my sister, and his and their foster son is coming as well.
Where's my invite?
And you're not getting one. So.
I still want an invite. I'm not showing up, but I want an invite.
You do. I'll put together an invite for you. It's going to be really great.
If it is not embossed on cardstock, you ain't worth it.
Embossed in cardstock? You think I'm made of money?
One invitation? I think that's not a reasonable ask.
We may or may not be streaming it, so you're more than welcome to watch when we stream it. But
I'm busy that day.
Yeah, gotcha.
The joke's a lot more funny before I find out the dates.
Yeah. But I thought you were being sincere. I was like, oh, okay.
No, normally I say that when someone's like, yeah, so sometime this summer we're going to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, I'm busy that day.
Yeah, the joke is significantly more
say effective. A date.
So that's going to be fun. We're looking into either doing it at a restaurant or getting like an Airbnb or something. And another thing, I will... as long as everything goes to plan, I'm going to be not working at a hotel anymore starting in August.
Got fired for calling the cuck chair, eh?
Yeah, it was a long time coming. But no, it was...
edging in the cuck chair, eh?
Yeah, it was edging in the cuck chair. They walked in and... Yeah, it wasn't vanilla either. A lot of wild shit was happening. But... in August, I'm going to be starting school back up. I'm going to be going into the medical field, actually. So it's going to be, there's a medical sonography program here at Wake Tech. So I'm going to be doing that. But first I need to do some CNA stuff. So that'll be in August, and then have some classes, and I'll end it with an associate's degree and a very good paying job. So it's going to be fun.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not going to be a doctor or like an actual nurse. I don't think. Well, but I know that I can get the technical expertise, and believe it or not, I am like kinda like pretty intelligent. You know I don't show it a lot here, but I do have the ability to take in information, and
I will say that. An unintelligent GM would not survive Kyle.
No.
You can take in a lot more than just information.
I can. Welcome back, Jessup. I'm so happy that you're here.
No, I'm in the Star Wars group. Oh,
so, is that, Sam?
Yeah, Sam's.
Tell them I said hi.
Tyler says hi.
Well, great. but yeah, so I'm essentially going for like a CNA certification. It's going to take like the fall semester, and then I have some prerequisites to take, and then I'm going to be doing sonograms. So like, not necessarily babies, but like a bunch of other shit too. So that'll be fun.
I see we all have new tokens. Got some glow ups. Even I got goggles.
Heck
yes.
yeah!
We are in the scav games under assumed names.
Ah,
And our team colors are orange and blue.
is that just because I was already blue, so that made it easy?
No, Kybax actually chose the colors, and I also took offense to that.
Ah,
Lina took a great deal
right.
of
Your
offense
chist
to orange
too.
and blue
I forgot. Yeah.
because she doesn't look good in orange, and everyone pointed out that her jumpsuit is orange.
Funny.
But yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Enough about me. How was everybody this week? You guys have a good day? Good week?
Yeah,
I'm okay.
absolutely.
I worked 7 days in a row, but
That's horrifying.
It's
Eh.
terrible.
I'm getting a raise and I'm a supervisor now, so that's nice.
Fantastic. And it feels like you didn't start that. It didn't start
About
that job
6
too
months
long
ago.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean,
Fantastic. That's-
Previous supervisor got fired, so
right. But yeah, I mean, they still had to put in a qualified person. You know what I mean? So congratulations.
Yeah,
that's-
I'm happy with it, and I will
cool.
not punch the key lock hard enough to make a hole in the wall.
Is that what happened?
Yeah,
Oh,
he had some anger issues when dealing with stupid people, which understandable, but also, yeah.
but to lash out and do that.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Yeah, so it kind of sucks. He's a nice guy, but I will take over since he brought that
Yoink.
upon himself.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's and it's not opportunistic because capitalism means stepping over the person and taking the open spot. So
I mean, I didn't have to Klingon promotion him, so
oh great, yeah. Klingon. God, that just reminds me of the Klingon game that I was in. Fuck. I had to fight off so many shitty little doctors. Because I was the chief medical officer. And a bunch of these nurses kept trying to kill me. I was like, fuck you guys! My little hybrid human Klingon hybrid who knew kung fu. Fucking swan kicked him and killed him. Very funny. But yeah. Well, I suppose we should probably get started. Yeah, I guess a recap of where we've been. I guess before I do that, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. theme music.
And then we need to roll our dice for our.
Yeah, let's go ahead
Or
and do
stuff.
that.
Actually, remembering to take the timestamps. Last few sessions I forgot. It was a pain.
Oh, you had to go back and watch? Oh no!
Yeah. I don't want to listen to this once, let alone twice or 3 times.
All right.
The universe liked that joke.
Yep. Waiting on. Jack is cooking tacos, so that's why.
He ran back.
Yes, I did.
With a mouthful of taco, I noticed.
Yep.
Where's my snack? Oh yeah, my licorice. My Willoughbys.
So what is the
Candy.
Scav Games?
Yeah. The Scav game. Fantastic. I was about to go on a tangent on licorice. Thank you for catching it.
Is it like Scavenger Hunger Games nonsense?
It is,
There
yeah.
have been 7
Nonsense.
podcasts of 3 hours each you could have listened to. Just saying.
No.
I could have, but
Nobody else did.
I'm not a
so we're fine.
podcast person. Sorry.
Neither am I.
I realize that this isn't a very good snack because I'm not going on a licorice tangent. Anyway, so the Scout Games, you were entered in essentially by Rix. You all met the Burnt Claw. Those are the people who attacked. Those are the people that attacked y'all at the Rust Bucket. In order to sort of defend what's his and to get back some debts, and also for a business opportunity, Rix entered. You all volunteered to
We were
help.
voluntold.
You were voluntold, yeah,
Okay.
to enter into the Scav Games under Rix's team. Your team's name is Rix's Wreckers, which is mwah, love it. You went through a bunch of different. You built your own speeder by using scavenged parts. Lina did that. You all went out and went in search of these little of these beacons. You have a little tablet with you, and you had to go out and find. The tablet sort of gave you a general fix, and you headed out into a big long field outside of the city. You've been out there probably. It's been, I think, almost an entire day. So like 16 hours of just trucking. You've jumped off of exploding skyscrapers, like ruined skyscrapers. You just recently, this past battle, you were at a like acidic like waterfall with a bunch of shit floating in it and fought some Mandalorians. What else did you do? You found an ancient like droid, like a separatist droid factory that was still pumping out stuff that you needed to get a beacon from. And as I mentioned, you recently killed the Mandalorian squad that you were up against, and also got their beacons. I think we'll go ahead and pick up the action at the waterfall now. Let's make sure that everything is all set. Should be. Perfect. Yeah, so the corpses of the Mandalorians are all sitting around you. What is everybody's health at this point?
I am untouched.
Lina is stressed but stable.
I don't exist.
We will get sorry in
It's all
just
good.
a moment.
It's all good. Yeah, I know. I came in for a session and then wasn't able to join again for a while.
It's okay.
But it
What's
should be
valid?
consistent now.
Well, good. That's fantastic. I'm glad that we didn't cancel today because you got coverage and everything. I felt so bad because I didn't.
I don't work weekends anymore. So
Oh, great.
I will be here regularly. I work early Monday, so I may dip a little early, but
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, and I think most people. I think there are a couple of people who work early Monday too, and who are at earlier time zones than us too. So we tend to leave.
That's not how any of this works. You guys are as
We're-
far east as possible.
yeah, we're the ones
That's,
who.
I meant to say west, but
Yeah.
I mix up my cardinal
Yeah,
directions.
but
all the time.
us working early on a Monday and stopping the game at 8 p.m. means nothing.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Yeah, it is all us. Anyway, so with that, Vale, what's Vale looking like?
So, health-wise, Vale's not good, but also Vale is doing very un-Vale-like behaviors. Like, he's pacing, he's shaking his head, he's muttering to himself. Very out of character for Vale.
Yeah, and remembering waking him up twice and being super confused. Lina's gonna cautiously walk towards the murder bot. Vale? You okay?
Don't call me that. That's not my name.
It's what you asked us to call. What should we call you if not the thing you asked us to call you?
My actual name is Qualo. Vale is a designation that the Republic threw on me.
Okay, Qualo. Hi. We don't have a lot of time right now. But nice to meet you. How much do you remember of the last 2 weeks?
It's fuzzy, kind of like a fever dream to me.
I'm just now imagining. Sorry.
Imagining
a rapid cut of Vale constantly just in the background of Lina's work area, like holding his arms out as a clothes dryer and
Oh my god.
Here, hold these for me, just let them hang dry.
Yeah.
I can't actually give you my name at this moment, but we need to go. Kaibax, Tam, they're over at the speeder already. Good for them. Okay. Well, you don't have to come with us, but I would recommend you do.
Oh, I'll come along. I remember these people, and he gestures broadly at the crew.
Okay, good. Well, let's follow our leader, Captain.
All right, let's get moving then.
All right. You have taken control of the Mandalorian's tablet. Who has that, by the way?
I believe Tam has it, but Lina will take it.
Gotcha. And remind me, how many beacons do you have so far? I think it should be 4.
We should have 4. The droids, the waterfall, the building, and the minefield.
Gotcha. You open up, you take control of the Mandalorian tablet. You see inserted into its receptacle, you see one beacon that is currently sitting in there. These beacons sort of get sucked into the tablet as you as you get them. Just will need in order to see what else is in the tablet. I'm just going to ask for a mechanics roll. Just difficulty 2, I would say. That works. Describe to me how you take this thing apart.
I don't care about this one actually surviving. Actually, she does. She got her little toolkit. She goes from it, takes the screws out the back, cracks it open, moves the battery, pockets that. And she has an entire extra tablet.
For sure. Yeah, you see that it, as you take the battery out, the commentator who is once again saying, and once again, the Rix's wreckers, it looks like they have come up victorious. And you see the tablet powers down. You look in the sky right now, you see a lot of camera drones. It looks like this thing was being very heavily covered, but from many different camera angles. And we cut, actually, to Sorry. Now, Sorry, there are a couple of different positions from which you would be able to spectate on these games.
Okay.
You could be on your ship. You could be at like inside Rix's little hut. You could also be on the floating sort of like the hovering gondola that a lot of like the staff of the games are on. It's this big. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, I can give you the tablet. One moment here. Data pads and on the broadcast center. Yes, so everybody should be able to see it.
Yeah,
now.
that sounds about right.
Sounds good. Are you going disguised at all?
I mean, I don't know how disguised I can be, but
Gotcha.
I will, wear the goggles or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You find yourself sitting there. This broadcast center. It's full of a lot of the different staff and also like the support squads for all of the game, the people who are in the game. Some people joined in as true independents. They went in with just their money, and they just thought that it would be something good in order to get the salvage rights on the big crash ship. But you see a lot around you. You see a lot of like people wearing the emblem of a couple of teams who have been out of the running or have been killed or taken out of the fight a while ago. You see a lot of them are just sort of drinking their cares away and mourning sort of lost friends and all of that stuff. You see, as you're going around, what would Sari be doing as she's spectating? Is she trying to get is she just sitting at a booth, or what would Sari be looking to do?
Honestly, not exactly sure.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll say that you're just sort of sitting around. You were you went to the broadcast center with them originally, and they all agreed for your safety that you should probably sit out since your name is sort of out there as being force sensitive. And people are looking for you. People have proof that you are force sensitive. Remember that the Burn Claw got that. I don't know if you were here for that, actually. They got like a video of you training the kid, training Karga. So you still wanted to watch the games, though. So you made your way to the broadcast center. You see, as the fight, you were watching the fight sort of unfold. It was pretty touch and go for a while. Vale fell a couple of times, was shot pretty severely. Your Uncle Kyvax was out there just blowing these Mandalorians away, essentially. As the sort of pride subsides and you start watching them get back to the speeder, you see someone's hand touches your shoulder. You feel it from behind you, sort of where you're sitting in the booth.
I'll sort of, like, gently crane the head to look, but not, like, react too quickly.
you see it looks like this sort of restaurant, sort of pub area that's on the broadcast center has, you see it's a maitre d'. He's sort of wearing a Scav Games like staff t-shirt, sort of dusty cargo pants. He's holding like a serving tray. This is I'm sorry if I have the wrong person. The gentleman over by the entryway, he was looking to speak to you. You see he points over his left shoulder, and you see Rick standing there sort of yelling at two other maitre d'. I want to find her right now. This isn't fair. I'm telling you this right now. Let me in. I'm a member. I'm a sponsor. God damn it. Are you good with me bringing this person? He seems very unhinged. Are you good with me bringing him over? He sort of picked you out of the crowd.
Yeah, she kind of sighs, nods. Bring him over.
All right. Well, we do have security standing by. I will say he does smell. It's indescribable, really. It smells like lizard. I don't know. Like
smells like lizard.
Yeah, I'm not an expert in these things, but yeah, sure. He sort of waits for you to be like, well, on second thought, when you don't, he sort of looks at you and goes, all right, I will bring him over. Let me bring his token out here. One moment, everybody. Big Ricks. We'll fix that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Well, hello there, little lady. How are you? Our fellas are doing pretty well out there, don't you think?
He nods. They are, indeed.
Yes. Well, they're getting to be in the top 5 now. Once you can see that they found the beacons back in the Scav Games. You open up the tablet and you see Lina. You see 3 more beacons that you can now commandeer and insert into your tablet.
Well, that just good news. We 3 more.
Let's get moving to the closest.
Yeah, you see it. You watch this unfold on the screen, Lina. As they all hop in their speeder and start heading to the next objective. So, I did want to speak to you because it's looking like, and the other 3 teams that are sort of in the running, their speeders are all busted up. It looks like it's going to be them, and it's going to be the Burn Claw. Now, I want to make sure that this thing is going to be even match and even kill. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a real shot to win this thing if I can pull this off.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
So, here's what I'm thinking. Now, I am literate, very briefly, as long as it's written in serif font and I'm able to read it just fine. Times New Roman, I can. But he pulls out of his back pocket a book that is way too big to have been in that pocket. He had it tucked behind his overalls.
Wait, he said he can only read if it's a serif font?
Yeah.
Times New Roman is a serif font. Does he mean sans serif?
Yes, I mean sans serif. Isn't there
okay,
a bit?
Just.
Oh, it's Rick's. I just assumed it was all Ricksisms.
It was Ricksisms, I think. So he puts a book in front of you, like a solid thick book, and on the front you see that it has a display that says, "It's
a display." You mean the title?
Yeah, a title. It's not an actual book. It's an ebook. You know, it's a big
thick ass ebook.
It's a thick Kindle, essentially, because books don't exist in this world unless they, It says rules of competition, the Scav games, circa what the timestamp is.
Mm-hmm.
Goes, okay, let's get in here. You see, swipes one at a time. 41, 42, 43, and gets all the way to 46, and subsection B here. He pulls out reading glasses that are just so thick. Competitive balance adjustment. Now, I've submitted an official protest as a sponsor of one of the top 5 games. After an official protest by your sponsor over the opposing side fielding 6 competitors, the Games Oversight Council, them fucking fascists, ruled that for fairness and dramatic parity, I am allowed to add in members of team from the backups. Now, I know you didn't necessarily sign in for this. You have the uniform. I mean, it looks great on you, but I do have the option to send you out into the fray. Now, I, of course, do care for your safety. However, if they win, I get salvage rights to an MC-80 Rebellion starship. I'm sorta for the money right now. So what do you say? You want to join in?
Or
Sure.
yeah.
Well, you're not. You're aren't you excited? It's the Scav games.
I think you're more excited for me, but I will go in and weight the scales in our favor.
What?
Let's be real. They can't stop me.
What a chilling thing to say. Risk kind of takes a step back. All right. Well, I suppose, we'll set up some a time here for a little rendezvous, if you know what I'm saying. I know you don't speak that, but Chauncey. He points to no one in particular. Do you mean me? And the guy in the staff t-shirt comes up. This person's going in for Rich's records. It's been approved. All right. Well, madam, if you want to come with me, do you have everything that you need? I'm assuming that you have all the gear just on you.
Yes. I have what I need.
Fantastic. Well, if you don't mind coming with me, we'll get you on a dropship.
Sounds good.
All right, and you come on in. You walk through the sort of to the docking area of the broadcast center.
Mm-hmm.
You notice. Go ahead and give me a perception check for me. I will say, we'll say difficulty 2 here.
There we go. Difficulty 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow. You go to collect your weapons, and you notice that at the bag check area where you sort of turned in any and if you brought in explosives, people would be there to take them from you, of course. You see a couple of human men, light skinned, both of them blonde hair. Yeah. Ugh, gross. You see that they have, they're wearing nondescript clothing, but you see that they're wearing, in their ears, you see that they're wearing earpieces, sort of tucked in deeply, and you see that they look at each other, and they look at you, then they nod, and then they sort of walk past you into the area where you just were. Yeah.
As they are walking past me,
Okay.
is skullduggery for like sleight of hand stuff?
Yes, it would be skullduggery agility. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I have skullduggery listed on here twice.
Yes,
Is
one is for
cunning-
cunning and one of them is for agility.
Oh,
So you're
okay.
yeah.
I didn't realize there were two. I thought you just changed the.
You could,
Anyway.
but it confused Trev, so we just did that to every sheet.
Oh. So does that mean I have to put points individually, or I have?
No, the ranks go in both skullduggeries. It's just one is agility,
Okay.
one is cunning.
Yeah, so we can,
Okay. All right. Well, let me. Oh my
I
god.
gotcha.
Oh. Okay. It's like, why is the sheet? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't swipe some ID from them.
Gotcha. Yeah, your escort is sort of a little bit in front of you. He's not necessarily right on you. Definitely has you definitely have the opportunity to do so. Give me one moment. I just need to find some opposing stats here.
Okay.
Very, very fun. Because it would be skullduggery agility versus their perception. So you're looking for IDs. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be difficulty of 3. That's versus their stat for perception. I am going to... I'm going to add a setback. No, this will be flat. It'll be flat. So just diff 3.
Okay.
Yeah, because they have no reason to suspect that you would be trying to pickpocket them.
Okay. I'm gonna spend a light side point to upgrade my ability to proficiency.
Sounds good. So you're rolling 2 yellow.
Yep. And I don't know if I could use force move as a bonus to this.
I will say, let me look at the wording here. I just need to make sure.
Yeah, of course.
I will say if you wanted to go ahead and do that, I will allow it. Yeah, go ahead and roll. Depending on if you succeed or fail, I will allow you to get something additional on top of an ID if you roll well on your force die.
Okay. So roll the skullduggery first?
Yes, because you're still trying to
Right.
be
Okay.
quick and be stealthy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yikes.
Ooh.
Okay. That is a threat. Okay. I will. Yeah, it's a barely fail. Let me double check here for skullduggery. Ooh, yep. Okay. So you essentially, in order to get at an angle, they're walking rather quickly. You sort of veer in their path a little bit, and you're not balanced enough to sort of hook and see
Gotcha.
where the ID is.
Because I'm just blindly grabbing in like a pocket.
Essentially, yeah. They are gonna go ahead and make a. So you fail. With the threat, they have an opportunity to notice what you're trying to do.
Mhm.
How would Sari try to play this off?
Just completely fall over. Just
Completely
like,
fall over? Gotcha.
completely fall over and just like try to like grab onto their clothes as if she was just she was tripping, and the reason she was grabbing at them was to try to keep herself from falling over.
Gotcha. Yeah, I love it. Go ahead and give me, I will say, that is very cool. That's actually a very good way to do it. I will allow...
And she will immediately start apologizing, like, "Oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so clumsy."
In that case, I will say it's going to be a social roll here. It's going to be deception here for you.
Yay!
Yes,
It's the one I have points in.
Yep. And I was like, "Fuck, it is going to be deception, isn't it?" Yeah. It's good that you added that little detail on. Let me one moment. I just need to get a. So it's deception versus. One moment, everybody. I'm still getting used to.
Used to my shenanigans.
Well, no. It's that the skills in this game, they actually do. Every skill has an opposing skill, and it's just getting to like what each one is. Give me one moment. Apologies. Deception. 13. So it's deception. So it's their discipline. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah. So your difficulty is only 2. Here for that.
Alright, deception. Okay. Hey.
Yeah, you fall over, and they go, "Oh, darling, I'm so sorry." And you see, in a very uppity British accent, she goes, the gentleman goes, "Oh, all right." And I will get with the successes that you roll. I'll allow you another chance since you're sort of stumbling into them. If you want to try to pick on it,
it's a trap.
I mean,
it's up to you.
Just a
These
second.
are the words of a GM who wants you to fail.
Yeah. No, I took my shot and I failed. I will.
Relent.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, you. I will ask because that's a really good way to. I will say, go ahead and give me another perception check for me. This one will be difficulty of 1 because you're getting. It's a really good way to get someone's true intentions by something unexpected happening. So just difficulty 1. Perception. You, as you're getting down, you notice they have imperial accents, like
Oh yeah, of course.
aristocratic imperial accents. Their hair, you actually notice, their hair is actually kept in officer style. Like it's very, like uniformity is key when it comes to that. Their officer corps, they each have uniform basic hair. You see the guy who you didn't fall into sort of backs up, and he has a face of like ew when you fall into him.
Oh, because I'm not a human.
Yeah. And the guy you fall into sort of pushes you up and goes, all right, and keeps on walking. Yeah. You continue moving on. Your escort sort of looks back and goes, are you all right?
I'm okay.
For sure. All right. You collect your weapons. Do you have? Yeah, you have a combat.
Combat knife is the only weapon she carries.
Gotcha. I will give you this opportunity since you're walking by a little dispensary. Do you want to take any other weapons with you? Like you can. I would allow like a spend for a pistol or something.
No.
All right, sounds good. You go ahead and you board the shuttle, and you are off.
Whoa.
Back in the action. All right. Your after a little bit, everybody on the speeder, give me a resiliency check. Thank you. Give me a resiliency check here for me. It's gonna be difficulty. It's gonna be difficulty 3, and I'm gonna spend to upgrade a difficulty.
Jesus.
I feel targeted.
I'm gonna spend a light side because otherwise I'm just rolling 2 green.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna roll 2 green because I like this. Oh.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen to me. Yup.
How's that upgrade work for you? Hmm?
Yikes. All right. That's Lina, that's Cam, that's Vale. Yeah, that's everybody, right?
Yep.
All right. You all get into the speeder and begin making your way to the next objective. The Vale almost dying, and you guys being in your like second, like big slam knockout fight, and the constant travel in this shitty, like not comfortable speeder. You are all exhausted. I am going to you feel your shoulders are tense, your back hurts, your those of you who are injured at all are just not having a good time. Vale, give me the other name again. I'm sorry.
Qualo.
Qualo, this body, it's damaged 100%. Your muscles are tired and achy. You were sort of built to keep going. You turn and look at everybody else. Everybody is sort of like their heads are down. Cam, you're like kind of white knuckling the controls and just like trying to focus on your next thing. You see that the next target is it is probably another 2 or 3 hours away at high speed. I am going to give you all, on any roll that you provide, you're going to be adding a boost die. A setback die. With this, and yeah, you guys are tired and need to rest, essentially. So you can you can either stop or you can push on. It's going to inflict additional strain the longer that you're going to be going.
In our research for the games, did we come across anything that, sleeping is a thing? Like, how close are we to the end of this? Do we think we have enough? Can we just shut down, head back in?
You know that the broadcast center hasn't landed yet, so you don't have the option right now, because this thing is at least a 24-hour affair, and people in the past have just white knuckled it. The thing about scavenging is, to get your objectives, sometimes you have to put in overtime. You're in the overtime section of it right now. You know that some teams will stop and catch a breather, eat some food. You guys are all hungry. You haven't really eaten anything.
We ate shit.
You did eat shit. You know that there are some teams who take breaks, especially when they're close to the lead.
Okay. Cameron.
Yeah.
Your hands are shaking. You need a break, and I need to work on Qualo. Need to try to fix that arm. You should probably find somewhere to hunker down for a bit.
Do we have time to hunker down?
I don't know, but we just got a sizable lead with the Mandalorian beacons.
Are there like leaderboards that show who has how many?
It doesn't show that how many of the other teams have, but you are currently in first place. There are 4 other teams currently in the leaderboard. You see that 3 of the teams, you wouldn't actually see that in the game, no. So there are 4 other teams. They are all lower than you in the leaderboard. There's no way to know once you're inside the games how many badges how many beacons each team has.
I don't trust that. I don't trust that at all.
Spend a light side point, guys.
Spent.
As you're all like white knuckling and about to continue just going on and getting, you hear a, oops, not that button. From your tablet.
Now what? Lina hits whatever button will make the beeping go away.
Incoming communique.
Go ahead. I patch it through to the comms.
Well, howdy there. How are y'all doing?
Lina longingly looks at the ground speeding next to us.
We're a little busy here, Rex.
Well, sure. You guys are miles in the lead. I'm not supposed to tell you that, but y'all are doing just fine. Now, I do have some good news for you and some bad news for you.
All right, give me the bad news first.
Bad news is my chest has been hurting for a long time. No doctors will take me. They say I have a harsh vibe and that I'm not good to treat. My nose has been stuffed up for a couple of years.
Rix,
Yeah, what?
Any bad news for us, specifically for what we're doing right now?
Well, no, y'all are doing great. I'm telling you, y'all are in the lead, and I'm not exactly supposed to give you any specific information, but let's just say everybody but the Burnt Claw is pretty much in last.
Okay, thanks for calling.
Wait, I got one more thing. You should, you see coughs up more gross stuff. Now, you should be seeing some salvation landing in front of you.
What?
You see flying over you at a low elevation is a militia marked speeder that has higher level grav lifts than you, so it flies over you and then begins it flashes its backlights at you and begins slowing down. Figure y'all would need some backup, you know what I'm saying? So, and because you need 6 people to go up against Burnt Claw, they're pretty scary. And I was able to pull a few strings, suck some dicks, and now you got a 6th person.
Who did you send?
Wouldn't you like to know?
No, Rick. No, Rick's.
Goodbye.
Vale's head in his hand. At least it wasn't the child.
Both not ideal.
You see landing in front of you, the speeder in front of you comes to a stop. Sorry, you climb out. You see See your team in helmets, all of them with fire marks and blaster burns all over them. See, Vale has several open wounds in his chest. He's just laying there. Kybax looks up and says, well, ain't you a sight for sore eyes, kid?
Alright, let's take some time. Get y'all patched up. Obviously, you need it.
I mean, that's the plan.
You feel some stirring next to you.
What?
Have
Oh,
we
yeah. Quick, no, don't leave.
Speed is gone.
Shit.
What was that sound?
Oh, don't worry about that. That was just your ride home.
Oh, okay. You see the sedatives are wearing off for a bit.
Okay, we got many people in
You're
not enough
beats of
seats.
shit. You need at least someone who is fresh to help.
Well, I needed them to take her, so all right, Cam, we need to take an hour. So either drive slow so you can rest, or pull over.
Alright, fine, I'll slow down.
Could you please pull over? It's much harder to work.
Look, you don't need to worry about placement right now. Rex may be questionable
Insane?
of judgment, but he's not wrong. We're doing fine. You need
And slowing down and
recuperate.
taking a break gives the them time to catch up and surpass us.
Cam, shut up, sit down and rest.
Excuse me?
I am pulling the sibling card here. You need to
You have not
rest.
known me long enough to pull the sibling card.
Cam, you, not just you, but everyone here is in a bad way. We need to stop. If we stop 30 minutes, that's plenty of time to patch up and be ready.
Cam looks around at the rest of the crew, looks over at Lina, sighs, and starts looking for a place to sit down.
Exactly.
She looks for some place that they can kind of hide, because she doesn't want someone ambushing them to try to get their beacons.
Gotcha. Yeah, you go ahead and I will ask for a roll from you. That roll is just one moment here. So who weather patterns, tracking subject, investigate animal. I will say just a perception check to see if you can see a spot that meets your requirements.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and I'll take perception, or if you're going to be moving around for a spot, I'll say astrogation as well.
Astrogation?
Not astrogation. What's the it's the
Piloting planetary?
piloting planetary, yeah.
Okay, I was
My
gonna
apologies.
say, am I pulling out a fucking sextant here? Alright, what's my difficulty?
Difficulty, I will say, for something that is screened against ambushes, is big enough to hide your ship and all of you and give you a chance to rest. Actually, I will say, if you want to try to find it quickly, probably difficulty, I'll say of 3.
All right. Away we go.
Perfect. Perfect. You're going for a little bit. You see a small, what looks to be some these heaps of garbage. You see, you're going through these little alleyways, these big mounds of trash. This area is full of hills and valleys. You're definitely in the junk portion of the outer wilds right now. You see not the biggest mound, but off to your left, you see a alcove that looks just like an alcove, like a little dent, but you actually see that you round the corner, and this is actually a hollowed out, what looks to be, you're at the mouth of what looks to be a junk cave, going into this larger mound of junk.
A junk cave. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take us in.
All right.
Is it sad that I know the exact place in Fallout 4 that this would be?
Yeah.
No.
I
know it too.
Yep.
I didn't get that far in Fallout 4, actually.
Fucking mole rats.
Yep.
The engine's on low, the front lights on, making your way through, and you get into the central chamber. The cavern narrows into into a hole that's smaller than your speeder, so you will have to get out and unless you fine with staying right in the cave thing. There looks to be an opening like underneath the junk mound through this little slot through the wall.
Go inside. I can watch from the front. It'll be easier to get some rest in there.
Yeah.
All right. Who's all going into the hole?
The Cave
Lina
of
and
Restoration.
Her litany of patience.
All right. You see Kyvax and Tam both look at each other, and Tam goes, "I'll take first watch." Kyvax goes, "Yeah, I guess that's me too." And
Yeah, those guys are fine. Cam, you need to rest. Just relax. Hang out. Be a dude. She's going to be fine for a bit. Quelo, I need to take a look at those, holes in that arm.
You make your way inside of the cave. You see, as you make your way in, you see on the floor a couple of things. Number one, you see a small tent has been erected. The air in here it's stale. It's very dark in here. You all either use your natural ability to see in the dark or whatever technology you have, you're able to see. Laying in the tent itself, you see a skeleton, humanoid in nature, tattered, ripped up sort of jumpsuit laying in there. You see a small, what looks to be like a holdout pistol, sort of very, very old and not in the best working order inside the tent, sort of wrapped in the skeletal hands of the remains. You see a couple of vermin sort of into little holes in the holes of the walls, the junk walls, and you seem to be alone except for your skeletal companion.
This is very much Bethesda.
It very much
Cave.
is, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, just I'll sit there on the side pod, Quelo, and I'll figure that out. Cameron, you're good. Okay. Lina is going to start studying Veil to the best of her ability. Try to see where the damage is.
Gotcha. Give me just one moment here. Apologies, I got a message that I need to answer. One moment, everybody. All right, perfect. Yeah, you begin to study Veil. Go ahead and give me.
So what I'm focusing on specifically is the crippled arm, so it is mechanics. Because the actual injury on his character sheet is for the arm, which makes it a mechanics thing.
Okay,
The holes
are
in
you
his
trying
chest
to?
are flavor.
Gotcha. So you're looking at the critical injury specifically.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a mechanics check. If you're going to be attempting to deal with the critical injury, it'll be difficulty 3.
Yeah. Taking the setback die away. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, does Lina get a boost die for Veil cooperating?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, is Qualo not down with this, or it's up to you? I don't
Qualo is down with this. It's just he's gonna, like, if she wants to see the arm, he's just gonna hold it in front of him and be like, when the sword gets to about here, it stops, and then I have to, like, in and out until it goes out again.
Okay, yeah, I think I can see the casing here is dented. The part that. Okay, I'm going to use a light side point. I want that sword working again.
Mm-hmm.
Diff 3, you say? Setback for being tired. Remove setback for being awesome.
Yep.
Away I go.
Perfect.
Nice.
And one advantage. I will increase the item's value by 5%.
Crazy. How much was it was a cybernetic arm, right?
Well, it's I guess technically the vibro sword.
Oh,
But-
okay.
Yeah, the injury is critical.
Makes no difference. And you continue to affect the character until he receives proper medical treatment to recover.
Never mind. There's also, if you look at my other tree, superior repairs, plus boost using that item for the session.
Oh my! Really?
Yep.
Ow.
All right.
Now,
So
to be fair, this is healing a critical injury. I don't think that's fair, but
I don't. This is I think I will. I will draw the line there. Perfect.
Okay. Well, we'll get rid of the critical injury. That's key. Okay. And now the rest of you.
All right. I will say, if you're looking to do this work, it's going to take some time. Critical injuries are not meant to be like a boop, done. I will say, in order to,
mechanically, you get 1 a week. So yeah, technically that's to take time. You don't have a week.
That's to recover it on your own, right?
No. Even a doctor can only heal 1 critical injury a week.
Gotcha.
And then 2.5 days with Bacta.
Gotcha. At the end of oh yes, okay. So yeah, that's your one bit for you. All right. That I will say that's going to take an hour at the very least.
Oh yeah.
Of you doing nothing else but doing that.
That's good. It gives Cam time to relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Nod off, maybe.
I do have 2 strain. I guess can I roll?
Oh yes, you can.
I
Go ahead and roll.
what it is.
Roll
we should
your
have done that at
recovery.
the end of the... Yeah, we forgot to do that.
Yeah. That's a good question. What is that? One moment.
I asked the question, and as I was asking it, the answer, which I knew to be somewhere in my brain, took off on little silvery wings.
All right.
The ADHD life is a tough one.
Right, discipline or
Indeed.
cool check. Success is equal strength.
Okay, so that's gonna be cool.
And that's everybody
Hey!
for the.
That is
That's from
everybody,
that
yeah.
last fight. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so that took an hour.
A character may attempt 1 medicine check per week per injury. Oh, I see.
So yeah, I got it like sorted, but due to supplies or whatever other reason, it's gonna take some time.
Gotcha.
Bacta reduces it. That being said, that's for a critical injury. I can still do medicine checks for wound recoveries.
Yes. For your medical care, the difficulty of the check is based on the current state of health.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I will say go ahead and do that as well. If you want to do normal medical care, it's going to be another probably half an hour.
Oh yeah. Now that we've stopped, Lina's making sure we stay stopped as long as she needs to get the team back up and running.
Gotcha. Vale's wounds are more than half his wound threshold currently, so it's going to be a difficulty 2 medicine check. And then any advantages on this medicine check, on a successful check, also help with strain.
Yep. Okay. 1 medicine, difficulty 2. Rolling.
Perfect. So yeah, that is 4 strain recovered, and
2
it is
wounds.
just 1 wound, right? 2 wounds, yeah.
I've got a ranking surgeon.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, and yeah. Then we can top you off with some stimming. That's as good as I can do in the here, Quelo.
Yeah.
But hey, look, your arm's
it's
moving.
Better than nothing, and I'm back to slashing things up.
As your sword comes on out, I'm going to ask you to make a... this is going to be a discipline check, and it's going to be against programming, which was difficulty 4.
Son of a...
Qualo, as your sword comes out, you are not Qualo. You are Vale.
So I guess from Lina's perspective, she would see Qualo, who was like kind of slumped, letting her do her thing. Like his back straightens up, his hands go on top of his legs that he's sitting on. Thank you, Lina.
You're welcome, Quilo. Are you okay?
Designation, Vale. I feel much better than previously.
Vale, do you remember the last hour?
Oh.
I don't.
It's a GM question.
That's going to be a resounding no there, Cheech.
I recall encountering a crew of Mandalorians.
Okay. Perfect. You sit here. Actually, you're doing fine. Why don't you walk it off for a bit? I'm gonna go talk to Cameron about stuff.
Vale stands up, like the straightest, least amount of movement, and just walks off. How a totally normal person would walk.
In step at 120 beats per minute.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah.
Nothing suspicious about that one at all.
Vale, as you... What was that?
What was what?
What? The hey sound.
Oh, once finishing there. That's the noise line that's going to make when she saddles up towards Cameron.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck was that? Vale, as you walk out towards the speeder, you see slipping in through the little crevice is the rebel intelligence person that the Republic intelligence lady, sort of walking in, holding her side. Oh, hi. Where are we?
I believe it is some form of refuse cave.
Okay.
We're using it to refuscate our position.
Ah. And who are you?
That was an out of character joke.
Oh, okay.
It was just upon its refuse, but we're using it to obfuscate.
It was funny.
It was very funny, thank you. You see that she looks at you, Vale, and goes, okay, well, you look like you're going somewhere. You didn't ever stop walking.
Well, he would have stopped, turned his
yeah.
head just straight towards her.
Oh, all right.
Like an Oblivion NPC.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Entirely unsettling. All right, well, she keeps walking.
Vale will turn and walk towards the mouth of the cave, looking to take up a watch or two.
Cam, in the intervening time, Cam, what was Cam doing? Was she just?
Cam's just like kicking back and relaxing, trying to chill. I mean, the only injury she had was stress, so.
Yep. As Lina saddles up next to you, you see the Republic intelligence agent come on in.
Well, nice to see you're up and about.
Yeah. We're hiding, it seems like. Probably a good idea.
We're just taking a moment to rest before we get back in the race.
Okay. She sort of looks up. She pulls out a hand scanner. I'm not detecting any cameras or any audio equipment in here, weirdly. This must be... I wonder if we're maybe out of their Oh yeah, I detect some out in the hallway. Maybe something moved. Anyway, if we speak quietly, I'm sure we'll be not able to be overheard. So that's good. So what's new with you guys?
Well, I managed to fix the sword arm of my murder bot, who is just remembered he was a man and has forgotten he was a man. I'm gonna have to read something on him. I think we can go, Cam. I can't stay here anymore. This cave was supposed to solve our problems, not add more.
All right.
Was it something
Let's
that
get
I
moving,
said?
then.
No, it's not. We have another problem.
Okay.
I only have 6 seats. I am gonna have to sit with someone. She looks around. No choice is ideal. Okay. All right.
I see that I've caused a lot more complication for you. I apologize.
Don't worry, we'll just add it to the tab. Call it an
Okay.
inconvenience charge.
And what's the percentage on that charge?
I don't know, I'll figure it out later.
Perfect. My name's Elise, by the way. I don't know if we ever got that far.
So is mine.
Elise?
Elise.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Elise Tennis.
Ah, right. Congratulations. I mean, no.
How much blood did you lose again?
A decent amount. I am slightly faint.
You're supposed to be an intelligence officer? Aren't they supposed to be intelligent?
You'd think so, yeah.
They are until Tyler gets his hands on them.
God.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you, Jessa. I appreciate that. Checks out.
Look, you're a wonderful GM. There's
Yeah.
just certain roles that you have a little more trouble with than others. That's all.
The ones that require thought.
It's funny because you were going on about how you're a smart person at the beginning.
I am.
I
Yeah.
know you are.
But
But it's fun to tease you.
it is. It's fun to be teased. Elise sort of looks up at you, sorry, and goes, I mean, I happen to be a war veteran. I survived. That makes me smarter than most, don't you think?
Or luckier, but either way.
Yeah, a lot of the people that I work with don't really believe in luck.
Well, they should. Or at least understand what luck really is, but now's not the time for deep philosophical discussions.
I suppose. And what do you add to this team, I guess? Yeah, I seem to have missed you in the log. I thought that you were just sort of a stowaway.
And that is part of what I add to the team, she winks.
I see. There's incredible subtext that I'm missing.
Oh, yeah.
So
The fact that you didn't know I was there is part of it.
part of the problem. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. My ship crashed. Happened to just sort of scrabble a team together. I don't know where they are.
Actually, we have, and she goes into her bag and pulls out that other tablet she took apart. This can send a emergency request beacon. So we can leave you here, and you can get help. And we don't have to worry about anyone sitting on anyone's laps.
Gotcha.
Aw. Didn't you want to sit in my lap?
It's not your lap I'm worried about. Where's Tam when you need him?
I don't think Tam's in any state to make that uncomfortable for you.
Well, the offer is appreciated, and I'd happily accept.
I'm hearing a butt.
After the game, well, there wasn't a butt coming. After the games, we should be in touch. We both have interests on the ship, I guess. But, yeah.
Okay.
I won't take any more of your time.
Here's the tablet. Here is a power cell. Line up, just pats her on the head. There you go. Don't die.
Just gently get the fuck out of our way, as you could put it.
Yeah. Elise sort of backs up. I'm probably just going to sit here for a little bit. Don't want to call in an emergency evac, and you guys are still here, so.
Well, don't wait too long. This seems like a smell that'll cling.
Yeah, you don't want to end up like the guy in the tent over there.
It's good advice. Although I admire his bone structure.
Kybax, Tam, Qualo, we're leaving.
You see Elise sort of turns around, kicks a rock, and just sort of sits down.
Yeah. You all seem like you're doing better enough to continue this little adventure, and, I'll try not to make too much of a show of things.
You all get in the
If you make any of a show of things, we're all screwed.
They don't have to know, necessarily.
We are, as soon as we get out of this, we will be surrounded by cameras. Take one of Kybax's guns.
Okay.
Kybax perks up, holds open his trench coat.
Hello,
Nothing but guns.
stranger.
I will toss one of his
fine
many
choice.
blasters onto your character sheet. One disruptor
Yeah, okay.
pistol. Here you go.
Incredible.
I was
As
going to say,
deadly
aren't those
as
really illegal? But I
Yeah,
don't
he's
think
got
that's
to.
Yeah, I don't think that's an issue here.
That was a session 3 giveaway, not knowing how fucking awesome they are. I was like, disruptor pistol, it's fine.
It's like Star Trek, right? It's basically just a worse phaser.
Uh-huh.
See,
Worse
that's
for
the
you.
fun of being a GM, is accidentally giving your player something OP and then having to deal with it for the rest of the campaign.
Yep, kind of like a jetpack, and then I broke it. I broke Kybax's jetpack. Because he rolled a despair on a successful roll to jump off a collapsing skyscraper, and I was like, your jetpack breaks. And he was like, Tyler. And I go, yep.
Exactly like that.
Yeah,
I
it was
could
like
hear him twirling his mustache.
yeah, for sure. I had a eye lens, a receding hairline.
Like a widow's peak that you could fucking cut particle board with.
A weirdly angular face.
Yeah, all in all, it was a very disturbing transformation to witness.
Yeah, it was, and he did have a widow's peak and a very receding hairline.
Are you suddenly feeling the need to hunt down a moose and a squirrel?
Only to be
Is he a
stopped
squirrel
by
or a
that dastardly Dudley Do-Right.
Yep.
Well, I thought I knew what we were referencing. Now I don't know anymore.
No, they've jumped. They jumped from Rocky and Bullwinkle to Dudley Do-Right.
Dudley Do-Right was
are
part of
related.
Rocky. Yeah.
Yeah. Dudley Do-Right was part of the Rocky and Bullwinkle variety show. God, we're old.
Yeah, fucking ancient.
I'm also very Canadian, so,
My favorite actor is Burt Lancaster. Take a fucking hike. Let's go.
Hey, I called my cat Faye Ray the other day because she was screaming so much.
That's pretty funny. Okay, we're fine.
Yeah, apparently Dudley Do-Right actually did encounter Rocky and Bullwinkle in season 3. I knew he was part of the
And
show,
with
but I
it-
always separated the two entities because they were, different cartoons within the variety show. But no, apparently season 3.
And with that, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Now that we've talked about the deep lore of Rocky and Bullwinkle,
What's the matter, you?
Kyle brings out a corkboard, red wire. So you see,
I like knowing things.
so this leaves us the question, is Snidely Whiplash at all connected to Boris and Natasha?
They're just alternate identities.
I don't know. What the fuck does that mean? You just said 4 nouns. I don't know. Snidely?
Yes, Snidely Whiplash, the villain from Dudley Do-Right.
You want to know what that sounds like in my head? Yeah, Frankie Fondrangle from Bullwinkle and Nah. It's just random syllables put together. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, my parents did tend to introduce me to media that they appreciated in college. Some of it has led to lifelong loves, like Star Trek and Star Wars. Others I just have a weird amount of knowledge about.
That is kind of you, though.
It is. It really fucking is.
I
And
called you
have,
the Omega Nerd for a reason.
Was it Alpha Nerd?
Was it? I don't remember.
Pretty sure it was Alpha Nerd, because Omega Nerd, it would be like, I know nothing of nerd shit. And then there was the nickname I had in, or my brief stint in Boot, Captain Technology. That was funny.
My next posting, no one's going to know I know how to use a computer.
You know what? That's fucking smart.
I almost
I
got
got
away with it
fucking
on a
kidnapped off of Firewatch in boot camp because I made the mistake of mentioning that I knew how to work Excel.
Mm-hmm. There was 1 hour of my sergeant's course where it was enjoyable, and I watched them try to fix a problem. And my old sergeant walked in. He's the course warrant. He's like, "Oh, you guys having a problem with that? Hey, Kyle, you can fix that." "Why, Doug?" And then I became the course tech support for the rest of it.
Yeah, I was sitting there on Firewatch in the barracks, just walking around at night, as you do for an hour. And like a drill instructor just poked his head out. "Hey, recruit, come here. You good with computers?" Sir, yes, sir." "Do you know how to work Excel?" Sir, yes, sir." "You're off Firewatch. Go wake up your replacement. Come see me." And that's what I spent the rest of my Firewatch doing. Typing up a fucking Excel spreadsheet for a drill instructor.
Look. It doesn't take much to get into the armed forces. Marines are a little more choosy, right? But, like, it doesn't take a whole lot between the ears. When you have any level of technical capability, you are, special.
Yep. Reminds me of, y'all seen Black Hawk Down?
Of course.
Yeah. So he's, "Well, why don't you go on missions?" "Because I have a rare and valuable ability that precludes me going on missions." "Typing? Can you type?" And that was something that the U.S. actually had problem with trying to train. I don't remember who it was, but it was a major culture clash where the U.S. would take people from this other nation's armies and train them to do like certain, I think it was like logistics stuff, whatever, and then send them back, for the intention of them to train more, so that they spread that knowledge throughout the other nation, right? What happened was they would train people, and the people they trained would train literally no one, because them having that knowledge made them valuable and increased their status.
Yep. It's actually one of the problems that we have with with the tech field, is when you're trying to transition into a more agile setup, part of that is people being cross-trained, and there not being a single person who, if hit by bus, would be a major, problem for everybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah, some people really don't like when they are not the specialist person.
Yep. Then there was that guy, I forget who or what he was doing, but he basically built a company's database in a proprietary manner, and no one else knew how to fucking work it. And then at like 30, he retired. And they're like, what? No, you can't do that. A, you haven't served up enough money to really retire. You're not going to get a benefits package. And B, we need you here. And his response was, well, you could hire me as an IT consultant.
Yeah.
And honestly, fucking baller move.
Yeah, I mean, it's extremely cutthroat, but also the way America is right now, yeah.
Yeah. Like, it is kind of a dick move, but on the other hand, I get it, and, I respect it.
So, Kyle, Diego,
Yes.
how y'all doing?
No worse for wear. Typing to my coworkers because we have plans tomorrow morning instead of doing PT.
I keep forgetting we have those plans.
Hence the text.
Mm.
Just marking time until the inevitable heat death of the universe.
As one does.
Yeah. I'm still trying to find a better job, but, for now, getting the promotion is nice.
Yeah, we're locked in.
Indeed.
We'd love a better job, but not happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
How long do you have until retirement?
Depends. Do I want to retire with a good or a bad pension?
At least
how
you
long to
still
retire with a
get
good
something
pension?
like that.
Good pension, I've got 13 years.
It's not the worst.
Bad pension, 8 years. So I'm counting time to the 8 years because it makes me happier.
Good.
And then it's
plan.
only another 5 after that, right?
Hey, may as well stick in. Although, not to scoff at, the Canadian Forces did just announce a 20% pay raise to everyone. Now, they have not given any details on that, so it's likely going to be 1% every year for 20 years. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's
we can
better
enjoy the
than
hype while it's
nothing.
here.
Yeah.
No, it's... You get 1% a year every year by existing in the military. So it's called your pay incentives.
Yeah,
I
and
mean-
then by year 3, they're going to be like, actually, we can't commit those funds.
Remember, we're still Canadian.
Do
Yeah,
we?
we broke.
Give me 1 second.
Fair.
Yeah,
I
I'm
found
back.
them. Oh, yes. Okay. I am back. Apologies.
Yes, your
I
dildo
just
collection
needed to-
moved to the southern shelf, so they get more sun.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. Quick question. Kyle, do we have this book somewhere?
Let's see. Why would I have that book?
Mm.
If it's smut, I might have it.
Are
Actually,
you a
Let me...
purveyor of the naughty literature?
I am not, but my wife is, and she uses my computer to steal them, borrow them from the internet.
Ah, I see. Have you gotten her copies of the Lusty Argonian Maid 1 and 2?
Yes, what are you looking for?
Not yet. Those ones would be for me.
Tyler, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's going to be in here.
Oh, wait. Gotcha. I found it. I found it online. Sorry. My apologies. I'm so sorry. I had to go through Reddit. All right. Sorry. Love you. Thank you. Bye. Okay. Perfect. So the next nav beacon, you see,
It took
as
3
you
clicks,
begin
by
to.
the way.
So what?
It took me 3 clicks to find that on the internet. It took me more clicks to find the obscure book it was pulled from. Tell me
Well,
what you want.
Okay.
Tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
So,
I wanna.
pay equity.
I wanna.
I want to really want to zig a zig. Ah.
I love y'all so much.
What the fuck am I looking for? Give me 1 second.
Apparently Spice Girls
Ah.
memorabilia.
Ah.
Look, my best friend in elementary school, she absolutely loved the Spice Girls. I've even seen the movie.
I think weirdly I have too.
That's how he knew he was gay.
On your tablet, Lina, sitting now in your
No.
correct spot, you see this.
Oh, my.
Oh. Yeah. Hey, Cam. She just turns the tablet to her. Those look fun.
So we're looking for what, a shipbreaker foundry?
Yeah, it looks like a shipbreaker foundry. Ah, come back.
All right. Sounds good. Here we go. We are going to go ahead and continue moving forward. I will say a couple of hours pass. You begin heading into the area of... One moment. I just need to get the music going a little bit.
Lina's going to continue her concurrent activity and just reach over and stim Veil for 4 health.
Okay. Whoosh. You begin making your way there. You pass from the miscellany of the junkyard and head through what looks to be another swampy area of this field. Continue zooming on through, and you see some lights in the distance. These lights are orange. You see them; they cut in and out and in and out, and you see that the lights in the distance. It appears to be exactly what's described. It looks to be a shipbreaker foundry. You see several, probably dozens, if not hundreds. It's this huge area of these floating shipbreaker units hovering around like hoovers and slicing down these ships that are all sort of stacked on top of each other, and cutting them down to their smaller pieces in order to be salvaged appropriately and the metals to be repurposed and reused elsewhere on the planet and also to be shipped away. The person who is on lookout, I'm going to need a perception check for me. This is going to be difficulty 1.
Be Sari and Vale as the only 2 other players available.
Okay, sorry. You see coming up behind you. I'm going to use another jetting up behind you. You see another speeder, a member of the Scav Games who appears to have gotten ignore the same whatever thing from it. I'm just reusing another token. You see filled to the brim of enemy scavs coming up behind you. They appear to be moving at around your same pace as you all race towards the cutting fields.
Okay. I'm going to point this out, but then I'm also going to look around. Is there any, like... We're, like, going through avenues of junk, right?
You're currently going over a flat space. You're about to head into some junk that's right up and before the cutting fields.
Okay.
So right now you don't see anything around this sort of a flat, kind of like it's actually like a nature kind of surface, not junk on the ground, but you seem to be in like a plain. It seems there's some gross water flowing. Are you looking for something to pick up?
I was actually seeing if like there was a like if we were going to be going into a confined area, and I could potentially collapse it behind us as we're going through.
Gotcha. All right. Before I do that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and ask, as you begin getting into the area of the cutting fields, let me configure our little map here. Turn this down in my ears. What do I need? Oh, cutting fields. This is the...
Generic. Well, if you're looking...
Yep. Perfect. Heading at speed 3, right? That's your max speed?
Yay.
Yep.
All right.
However, I can, do a full throttle maneuver.
Gotcha. Okay. So to set the stage right now here for you mechanically, you are currently in the Dragonfly is currently ahead of this other speeder. You see, you see as you're zooming away, you see that they are getting guns in their hands and gonna begin shooting at you. I would say that you're currently at extreme range. They are not able to gain on you since you're going at the same speed as them. Any sort of shots that they would be able to take would be top shots. As you begin heading into the cutting fields, this first round after I start the combat. Go ahead and roll for initiative. Go ahead and add yourself to the initiative track. I just need to do one other thing.
How do you do that again?
Right click on your token and click the sword and shield.
Ah,
So is this going to be vigilance or cool? Is it going to be cool because we see him coming?
Yes, it'll be cool.
can I choose to do vigilance?
No, because vigilance versus cool is determined by the manner with which combat begins. Since you saw them
Okay.
coming, it would be cool.
Well,
So I
rolled
just rolled
vigilance.
two. I just rolled my cool no difficulty, right?
That's right. Yeah, you actually go into the combat tracker, so it's the swords icon.
Oh yeah,
on
okay.
the right,
Sorry,
and then you
it's
roll
been
off that. No, you're
so
fine.
long since I've done this.
No, totally fine.
Cool.
Let me,
Okay.
give me 1 second here. Close the pilot. Give me 1 moment here. First one.
Is there any way to kick me out of the combat tracker and I can re-roll using cool? Or you just want to fly with vigilance?
I can. Here, let me.
I would prefer to roll with cool.
Let me see here. What I'll go ahead and
Chill
do.
group.
Because I did something wrong too. But I don't want you guys to lose your nice rolls. I think.
I could also just
Oh
roll
yeah, you can.
cool
You
separately.
can right click and re-roll your initiative, maybe. Or is that just a me action?
Just a you thing.
I think that's just a U action.
Oh, I can re-roll it using cool.
Sure.
There
It's
you go.
worse.
Damn it.
Do you feel better now?
It's 0.01 times worse.
I'm just watching him drop further and further down the list too.
That's okay. Cool guys don't look at explosions.
All right. What?
Nothing.
What does that mean?
Have you never
it means
heard that?
exactly what I said.
I have heard that, but how does that apply to this situation?
Whoever goes last doesn't have to look at the explosion.
I guess logically, you're right. Sure. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, the decently balanced initiative order.
All right. We'll begin initiative round 1. Let's go ahead, and this is going to be free of any challenge. Who would like to go first?
I'm reactionary. I never go first.
So I guess my question is the situation that I described, is that something that is actually like going to be possible? Because I'm not exactly sure on the terrain that we're going
Gotcha.
into.
For sure. I will say, spend a light side point, and the terrain will match what you specified. I will say that there won't be like a confined alley, but there will be stuff that you can pull down.
Okay.
You can attempt to pull down to do that if you'd like to spend a light side.
So I guess my question here is that like the only real entrance?
This area isn't. You haven't gotten to like the entrance of the cutting fields proper. You're heading really, really fast
Yeah.
speeds. The junk is piling up. There is there could be multiple ways of getting into the cutting fields. You're just on a set course based on what your the closest way
Okay.
to the objective, with what your
Okay.
tablet is showing. Is that helps at all.
Okay. Yeah, that helps. I think I'm gonna do something else, but thank you.
Okay, cool. Who would like to go first in that instance?
Someone who's not me.
I think Cam should go first.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm willing to go.
All right, go ahead and claim your slot. What would you like to do?
I would like to do some shenanigans.
Yeah, all right.
I would like to start dodging amongst the terrain to make us difficult to follow.
Okay. Fantastic. Yeah, we'll go ahead. Let's take a look. I could take that as... I could do that as a straight... Because you're not moving evasively to avoid, like, blasters. You're moving in a way that's going to make their difficulty more, like, higher in order to get you. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say that'll be a straight pilot check. Go ahead.
Well, I guess Cam fails then, because Cam ain't a straight pilot.
Rude.
But
I mean, you're right, but you shouldn't say it.
Yeah, I'll go piloting planetary. I will say, go ahead and declare a difficulty with how fucking wild you want to get.
Let's go diff 3.
Diff 3? Okay. Yeah, you're coming up to the junk is starting to pile up from some of the refuse getting up to the cutting fields. You're not in the cutting fields proper yet. Describe to me how you fly. How you're attempting to fly.
So she gets down low and starts like clipping bits that are sticking out, like getting close to things, making it so anyone who tries to follow her is more likely to crash into them.
Gotcha. Give me just one moment. I want to pull up a rule set just in case. Just want to... Yep. I will say go ahead and do difficulty 3 as specified here. Normally, you would add 2 setback due to the dangerous terrain that you're currently piloting through, but you get rid of setback. So,
Yes, I
yeah.
do.
So, yeah. So that happens.
All right, here we go. All right, can I spend those 2 advantages to give them a setback on their next piloting check?
Absolutely. I think that's just how that's going to work. Okay. So that's what? Oh, fuck. All right.
Diff, oh, fuck. Yeah, that's accurate.
I'm going to go ahead and pray to God.
Praying to God.
Can't wait to see Mel Brooks act. It's going to be so awesome.
Right.
Going down there. He's going down there. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I love that Rick Moranis is coming back for this. Like,
yeah, he's...
Right?
Yeah, gosh. Did you know that he got assaulted in, 2020?
Really?
Like,
Who the fuck would do that?
In New York, somebody, mugged him.
Seriously?
Yeah, and the guys...
Fuck that
they,
person.
Yeah, it's fucking Rick Moranis. Like, he dropped out of acting to take care of his child, for fuck's sake.
Right?
Person who attacked Rick Moranis, if you're listening to this, unsubscribe. We don't need you people.
Also,
right.
fuck
Bye,
you!
Trev.
That
Also,
was
fuck
Rick
you.
Moranis!
Right?
So here's the thing. So I also have to hold myself to the 2 step back because of the terrain. I also have to add your 2 step back that you just gave me.
1.
Their roll is fine, but not great. Alright, what happens if I fuck up? Give me 1 second.
The world ends.
Instead of music pause, the unsuccess drops the speed button. I see. Okay. Cool. So, this is... I'm going to spend a dark side to upgrade. He's currently rolling 3 yellow, 3 purple, and 4 black.
Jeez.
Oh. He has a triumph, though. He does fail. The triumph. So, here's what happens. You're piloting really low to the ground. You see a couple of pieces of junk that are jutting up. You're just able to miss them. You see that the opposing pilot, you guys all turn around as you get out of the little maneuver that you did. You see that he rams through the obstacle that you that you fully dodge. He rams through it. He takes oh god. Yeah, I mean, we'll do it fair. Let's do God damn it. He takes 4 whole trauma? Ugh, that's not good. But
I'm gonna
somehow...
My sister's calling me!
Oh.
Oh boy.
Lina's gonna go second.
I think we'll hold for a second. But...
That's fine.
Hopefully everything's okay.
Yeah.
Sure it will be.
How about that AI coach fucking roasted me today?
I mean, the fact that they're trying to use AI to coach is, like, pretty bottom tier, but, you know. Don't expect a whole lot out of companies these days.
Yeah. And by companies, it is the American Heart Association. So,
Oh, God.
You know, budget cuts.
As a person with heart problems, oh, God.
But other than getting read to filth, I was totally the course itself was awesome. It like accurately it used like an algorithm to analyze how like after each question, it's like in order to answer, you need to fill in how confident you are on a scale of 1 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
How confident you are in the answer, and then you answer. So like, it'll then, if you are confident in an answer that it hasn't really gone over yet, it'll just be like, oh yeah, you know that, cool. And then we'll maybe test you later on to make sure that you retained it, but then it'll keep going. It's actually a really cool course. Tomorrow, what I have to do is I have to drive to Raleigh. Have to go in to a to a room by myself with a mannequin, get on a Zoom call with an instructor, and then do CPR on the mannequin.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be pretty fun.
Definitely.
Which, yeah, like somehow that's an in-person course, like going to a place and then just getting on a Zoom call.
Get on a Zoom call and then suck face with that mannequin, and we'll give you a certificate.
100%, yeah.
Get on a Zoom call and suck face with that mannequin. You're going to get an OnlyFans subscriber.
Yeah. They want you, if you're certified, to always carry around a mouth mask that you can blow into.
Yep.
Because turns out breathing hot air into some dude's mouth, not an ideal way to resuscitate someone.
Ark.
Hello, I'm
All right.
That's fine. We're waiting for Jack anyway.
Yeah, my mom texted me at 9 o'clock this morning. Hey, do you want to come over? Your grandpa's here and your stepdad, and they'd really like to see you. And I'm like, fuck you.
Well, it's good that you went, even though they are objectively bad people for giving you such little notice.
They know I have a standing Sunday thing, too. But if I say no, then I'm the asshole.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
I'm starting to get more okay with that, actually. Weirdly enough.
Being the asshole?
Yeah.
But my grandpa lives in West Virginia, and he flew all the way out here, so I just...
The question
West
is,
Virginia.
do you like your grandpa?
Yes, he's my favorite grandpa.
Okay, then yeah. Best thing I ever did was convince myself that I hate my entire family. It made Father's Day real easy to deal with.
Oh, speaking of which, my dad's such a fucking deadbeat. Oh my god.
Which dad? The one you think is your dad, or the one we know is your dad?
Tony is genuinely delightful. My actual father, not so much.
Well, score one for nature over nurture.
Yeah. Nature over nurture, Jesus Christ.
Well,
Just
if the man who we
explained
believe is
you
your father, who didn't raise you, is a genuinely great person, and we are very fond of you, that proves that your general fondness is nature, not nurture.
Yeah. Ew, what the fuck?
You were saying?
Just have I shown you the conspiracy between my father and my stepfather?
Yes, I remember that now.
Does everybody remember that? Diego, have I gone over that with you?
I don't think I was present for this one. No.
No.
Gotcha. So let's go over it here because it's fucking wild. So I'm gonna send you a picture of my actual dad. Okay. Now, I have not seen a paternity test, but both my mother and everybody who's involved in my life says that he is my actual dad. Which, whatever, that's fine. I'm gonna show you a picture of my father. How the fuck do I do this? Oh yeah, copy image. Paste image. I'm gonna put it in the chatting. So that's my father, and that's me in senior year of high school when I was the thinnest I ever was. I was a varsity tennis player. God, I was fucking hot. So that's my dad. Generally, like, you can maybe see a little bit of a resemblance, right?
Yeah, the smallest amount.
The smallest amount, for sure. So the next picture that I'm going to show is
your real dad.
is my mother, my beautiful, awesome mother, and my stepfather.
Oh God, yeah.
Yes, that was all of our reaction as well.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm back.
Is Katie okay?
Yes, Katie just wanted to gush about her new boyfriend and completely forgot that she could text me on Discord.
Not on Sundays, Katie.
That's so Katie. I love her, but God, that's so Katie.
So
Yeah.
it's nice. I was a little worried for a second, but yeah. So you guys all see, right?
Yes.
I've confronted my stepfather with these pictures.
What the fuck did I miss?
We're talking about how his stepdad is his real dad.
Oh yeah, this story.
Yeah.
And so I confronted my stepdad with these pictures, and he goes, "Listen, man, I don't know what to tell you. It's not possible." And I go, "That's exactly what I would say if I'm lying to my son." You know. I will also say that I'm going to send you another picture of my quote quote actual dad, and my biological sister. That's Alexis. She's awesome.
I mean, it's possible he's the real dad there.
Yes. And,
yeah, I can see that connection.
100%. I have blonde hair. It's dirty blonde hair, but it's still blonde.
Yeah,
Tony
no, it's
like,
obvious.
Look at him. We smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's like the first thing you see is you have the same fucking smile, basically.
Yeah. Like, when you sent the picture of, like, you and your quote-unquote dad, I was like, oh, their cheekbones are, like, kind of the same.
Yeah.
But with your stepdad, I'm like, no, that's the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. In no way am I going against his stepdad is his real dad. Like, that's canon. But
It's fact.
Yeah.
the same smile also exists on his mother. So I'm not also negating that his mother is not also his aunt.
I have a fun story for y'all today, actually.
For sure.
And then we can play.
And then we can play, yeah.
So my girlfriend, one of my girlfriends, is trans. And that's pretty normal. However, her dad is not super great about this. And the mom is kind of like, not the best. So she recently was able to afford her, breasting boobily surgery, as I call it. So she is able to breast more boobily now. Her mom was like, yeah, come on over for come on over for Father's Day. We're gonna, do family stuff. Try to dress androgynously, and I'm like, they don't know, do they? Yeah. So apparently it went well, but yeah, they did not realize that. Yeah, she is more endowed than she has ever been before.
Good for her.
Well, good
Yeah,
for
no,
her.
I'm super happy for her.
Yeah.
Now we get to go shopping.
Yeah.
God, high school me. Fuck. Anyway, sorry.
No,
I'm.
you shouldn't.
I
Don't
was
be horny
listening.
for a minor. That's not.
Yeah. Well, there's this picture of me posing with my girlfriend at the time. Oh God.
Before you knew.
Bogus.
No. No, it was
Before she
generally
knew.
horrible. Yeah, before she knew, 100%. Which is bad to say, but it's true.
Well,
Anyway, well, back to the action. Yeah, so that piloting check goes really, really well. He rams through the thing. And is still able to maintain the distance with you. He did suffer half of his whole trauma worth of damage in order to do it, but he is still keeping up with you. He is still at extreme. Yeah, I guess it would be
They're still technically in.
yeah. So
They're
still
in
within.
Yeah, they're not in planetary range bands. They're in our range bands.
They're in your range bands extreme, so they can't shoot at you with their guns, but they are right up on your ass.
200 meters out. All right. There go my plans.
Yes. Sorry I will. That's me clarifying that because planetary.
no,
bands
that was my
are
first question. So
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
are the range bands again?
They're in.
The
They're in.
the range
There's a
bands are on
reference
page
page?
3 of the reference page.
Yeah.
Engaged
Oh,
is
okay.
arm's length. Short is 1 to 12 meters. Medium is 12 to 36. Long is 36 to 200. And extreme is 200 plus.
So they're currently.
Sorry, I
at-
just meant the number of bands because that's
Oh, 5.
actually what matters to me.
Gotcha. Yeah. So there's.
So-
There's. Yeah.
There's 5.
There's 5. Yeah. And then that's at ground combat range, and then there's because you're currently at short in terms of like planetary range, essentially.
Yeah.
So with that, Cam, is there anything else that you would like to do with your turn?
No.
Okay. Well, what can they do? That's a good question. Let me.
They did their
my-
piloting check. They had their turn.
They can get fucked.
I suppose, yeah. That is the pilot's turn. The best is yet to come. All right, who would like to go next?
The best is yet to come.
No. My plan requires them to be much closer. But if talking is a free action, Lina's going to look at Sari and say, "Don't do anything that looks bad on camera."
I won't. Don't worry.
Lina continues to worry.
All right. Lina, do you want to just go ahead and claim that slot?
Talking's a free action. I don't need a slot for that.
Does anybody have anything that they wish to do?
I
And
think
have
all of
something
us
that I
are
could
within.
try, but
Yes.
Gotcha.
Vale
All right.
does have some things to try. But it depends on the. Because I am full of electronic equipment,
Yes.
but I'm not very good at it.
And that stuff is probably at a specific range, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Full of electronic. Which one are you referring to? What would Vale like to do if possible?
Well, the first thing that came to my mind is just extend swords and start slashing things as we pass by to try and drop more debris in the way of the people chasing us.
Gotcha.
if there's no debris to slash as we pass by, I was thinking about trying to slice into their like navigation system and mess around a bit, but I don't know if I have.
We are nowhere near close enough for that. I don't. Think.
Yeah.
Personal slicing. Let's
I
look
did
at...
not take the time to put an EW suite on this rust bucket.
Yes. So there is there for normal starship actions there could be like the jamming that you could do. You could try. I will say that you are in. You do have sensor range on them, so you could. Sensors range. Yeah. Slice. I will say so. Does a ship? It wouldn't have a comms jammer on it. It wouldn't. It has. I mean, it has computers insofar as you have a tablet. You do have sensors. You could scan the enemy. I'm wondering if using your sensors, it would be really difficult, but you could attempt to slice them because they're within sensor range.
I think I'll go with my first choice. I'll look for something to cut down so it'll hopefully fall behind us and either slow them down or force them to change their current trajectory.
Gotcha.
That actually plays into what Cam is doing because she's getting real close to things.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I will say go ahead and make... You're doing this with your swords?
Yeah, and I guess I would only need one because I'm in my mind, I'm in the right fucking sidecar.
Yep. So you're like going over to your left and to your right, just trying to pull some stuff up.
Well, it would only be to my right. The left is the rest of the crew, so
I suppose,
just the right side, trying to cut things down.
Okay. I will say, in order to do this well, I'm going to ask you to make a coordination check. You are currently going at speed 3. Standing up or leaning out, whilst also not falling, while we're moving in a way that's not straightforward. I will say difficulty 3 with 2 setback. Coordination in order to attempt it, and then the melee thing in order to hit. So coordination first for me.
Okay. Anyone opposed to me spending a light side point?
Go for it.
Flipped. And
They have the orange cream Coke Zero. Fucking good.
That does sound pretty good. Yes. A checks. 3 successes, 4 advantages, and a triumph. That's a whole lot of fuck you, as far as I can tell.
So with those advantages, you can gain 2 maneuvers if you want. Those would be personal maneuvers.
Oh baby, it's personal now.
You are so good at this. So you essentially use your one hand because you're just using your right arm. You use your left arm to hold on. You're essentially using your servos to stay upright, and you're just reaching your sword down and just jutting some stuff up. I won't, because of the triumph, I won't even make you roll. Your vibrosword slices through a really rusty girder and immediately falls down behind you. That's gonna trigger. It's gonna trigger unless you have another use for the advantages. It's gonna trigger something with some high difficulty for the pilot.
No, you need all 4 advantages for the.
Yes. Well,
okay, then
yeah. I would say because of the triumph, you do it. The triumph is letting you immediately hit with the melee. The advantages are making the melee hit really effective and causing an immediate roll on their part.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm good with that.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Oh boy, this isn't good. Okay. It's going to be another Diff 3 piloting check. 2 setback. Fuck. All right. I will say that I can't roll a despair because of the difficulty is not modified. But this could. That is a triumph. Okay. Both of us are rolling very well. You see that this pilot is ready for it. He sees you as you slice this thing down. He immediately pulls up, yanks up, and is able to stay right behind you and dodge your thing fully. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. You're at extreme
Motherfucker
range.
refuses to give up. Just gonna mean it hurts more when he fails.
Uh-huh. Now, to be clear, a gun with a medium range cannot hit at extreme range, right?
Right.
That's the way the rules work.
That's the way the rules work.
Okay. These guys
Unless you're
are
really
all
clever.
Yep. These guys are just saying "yeah" to their pilot guy. Let's go ahead, and who would like to go next?
Nothing I can do. Go ahead, sorry.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna pose a situation, and I want to know if this is realistic. So first off, how with force move range, I can spend pips to increase its range by a number of range bands. So they're at range band 5 right now?
Right.
Because it's
So what is?
extreme?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So technically, engaged is range 0. So I'd need 2 pips to go. No. Hold on.
Because you have magnitude 2 on your force power, right?
Yeah, I have 2 ranks in range.
Oh,
Magnitude
yes,
is
in range. Yeah.
number. Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Okay. So
And your force rating is 3
3.
right now, right?
yes.
Okay. So you would need to roll at least 3 because 1 pip does 2 range bands now, right?
Yes.
So you would need to roll on 3 dice, 3 force points.
4, I think, because I need to up the strength to hit the speeder. I'd need 1 to activate and 2 to have enough range. Right?
Right. 1 to activate the power. 1 to increase your strength for it to scale from scale 0 to scale 2. To grab a scale 2 thing.
Right.
Which is... Yeah.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be enough for their ship, but it would be something for a piece of debris next to you, I would say.
Their
And then-
speeder is more than size 2?
Yeah, so it's their speeder is silhouette 3.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Their speeder is smaller than yours. It is silhouette 2.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, it is.
All right. So here's my next question.
Yep.
Using a force power would be pretty obvious. Can I combine this with a what would this be? Skullduggery cunning to basically go, "Oh no, look out!" and make like a show of it. Me going, "Oh my god!" and pointing to them and whatnot, and doing the force move within that
With
motion.
that, let me hang on. Let me see what skill would be appropriate for that, because that's awesome.
It could be deception, or maybe
It could,
I don't know.
Because I think in order to, I will say, so if you're lifting a whole speeder,
Well, I was just
right?
gonna pull it into the ground, just like
I
crash it.
see. Okay.
Yeah. Just
To like pull it into the ground. Yeah.
Basically, it's just they've been smashing into stuff, and they're they're looking rough. So if I happen to point and their speeder happens to crash at about the same time, that's not weird, right? That's just shit happens. That's my thought, at least.
Yeah, so so it's still at 2. I think rather than pushing it down, because there's repulsor stuff that's keeping the stuff up anyway,
Mm-hmm.
it
I
would
could
be like
slam them into something.
Yeah, it would be like a skew, right? It would be like throwing them to the left or to the right. In order to do your force power, there's certain stuff like you have to. It looks like you're doing something physically, and that's specific enough to where you're. So it's gonna look like but to play that off for the camera, that is a roll. Give me just one moment. It's not going to be skullduggery.
Okay.
I will say, give me. It may be deception. Attempt to mislead, distract.
Yeah, mislead is accurate. Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be deception. Yeah. As you are trying to play off doing a force power, I am going to impose a couple of setback on the deception.
Okay.
I would probably give it 2 setback. As you're, you have to doing the force. You see a Jedi, like if you're doing something physically to something using the force, you have to. There's a specific motion that you have to do. You throw something. You know. So to play that off, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but it's still possible. So I'll say, I will say, your deception. Go ahead and it is going to be. I will say, in order to play it off for camera, because there's not someone watching you. It depends on what angle you have. Let me make a roll here. I'm gonna make a straight luck check in front of the board to see how good of an angle they have on you. Okay. And then that'll determine. So you want low. Okay. Yeah. So I'll say it's diff 3.
Difficulty 3 with 2 setback.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
Always possible though. And
I mean,
you can spend, because it is cool. Rule of cool always wins. You can always spend a light side point to upgrade too.
Yeah. Yeah, because the blaster is only short range. Ah, well, fuck it.
Let's try it.
Okay, so first I'm gonna roll my force dice.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
See what I get here.
Oh boy! All right.
5. Okay, so that's plenty enough to do it.
Yeah. So with you only need 4, right?
Yep. So I can disregard
You can disregard the dark side. Yeah. There it is. Perfect. So that gets you. Yep. 1 to activate.
Actually, I have an idea.
Okay.
So they got guns, right?
They do.
Okay. So control, manipulate. The Force user can perform 5 manipulation items, allowing them to do whatever they normally could with their hands via this power at this power's range. Can I just have the guy, one of the guys with the guns, just shoot the driver?
Oh god. Fuck. That's crazy. God, that's cool. I
mean, it's a bumpy ride. He could just like accidentally get, you know.
I will still. I will leave it up.
I mean,
to you
yeah, I
what you
still
would
got to
prefer
make the
do.
deception check and all that.
Yeah, you'll still make the deception check. Up to you. You can either attempt to, essentially, yeah. So you can either attempt to throw it to the left or to the right, or if you want to
Okay.
do a 5 manipulation. Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. So, I'm upping one of my ability to a proficiency.
Yep.
3 difficulty, 2 setback.
And then before you roll this, what are you attempting to do? Are you going to throw the ship, or are you going to do the gun?
What do y'all think I should do? My
Trying to
fellow compatriot.
manipulate something at over 200 meters away.
I mean, I succeeded on that part.
Yeah. So I mean,
I know, but
rules as
just-
written.
Rules as written, yes, but in the heat of the moment, are you going to think throw a vehicle, or are you going to think I'm going to slowly move this guy's hand and squeeze a trigger?
That's
Think about
fair.
how fast we are moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll throw the vehicle. That's fine.
Yeah,
Or
sounds good.
nudge it into something. Whatever. Cause
Sounds good.
problems on purpose.
100%. Go ahead and give me your deception.
Oh my God! I did
Jesus
it.
Christ! All right.
There's so
let's
many
see.
threats.
So there's some threat here.
Yeah. But I got
Yeah.
3 full successes.
Yeah, that's awesome. And no, you didn't roll a single failure on that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, lots of threat though. Let's see.
And obviously I'll shout something like, "Oh no, look out!" I'm just the naive, ship's quartermaster. I don't know what I'm doing.
100%. Okay. I'm writing down some stuff about the threat that will stay to myself. But
Okay.
go ahead. Yeah. So this happens. You. Oh god. So they're gonna have to make another fucking piloting check. All right.
I mean, you don't have to.
No, they do. Yeah, I mean,
You
They
can just
simply-
fail.
no, they gotta. It's gonna be fuck. The ship's just doing something random.
Yep.
I'm gonna. Yeah, so it's still 2 set. So I'm gonna add a 3rd setback because of the, that.
Because of the
Shit.
Force Yeetus.
Yeah. God damn. All right.
There.
They're doing it, guys. All right.
I mean,
Piloting.
I'm trying to cause problems, but
Opponent
Claim
gains.
your initiative slots.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I have not done this in so long. I have forgotten a lot of it.
Yeah, gotcha.
I can't believe I made those rolls, though. Damn.
We gain boost die. Okay, great. Perfect. So that is 3. Oh no. Oh, that's so great. So you guys get against any opposed check, you guys get boost die. So that's fun.
Nice.
1 specifically. All right. The next slot goes by. Who hasn't claimed one? I'm pretty
That's
sure you
me.
haven't.
Oh, yeah, them.
And Lina, yeah.
All right. The reason Lina goes last. She's doing math.
Math. Oh,
How
no.
fast are we going, and how many seconds between where we are and when they'll be there?
So
Oh, boy.
If I was to drop
See?
something, how
The
many
good kind of
seconds
math.
between us leaving and them being on top of it. The math line they
So
can
let's
do.
look. So
You
you're going
don't
at
have to
speed
worry about the
3.
actual number, but could line of figures.
I know.
decide?
I'm just looking at the. So within close range, it's one maneuver. So if you drop something now, I mean, at the beginning of the next turn, it's going to be where they're going to be moving. Essentially, time is abstracted here. So if you drop something and they're right behind you, which they are, it's going to hit them here, like not on this initiative, but once we actually move forward, it'll hit them essentially.
You have a
But
grenade.
I can
Are you gonna drop
figure
a
out the
grenade on them?
appropriate amount of time to set the aforementioned grenade.
So
I just
So,
need an
yeah,
approximate.
this
She,
So it's going to be a roll to hit still. I mean, yeah. So it's going to be.
don't
So
worry
the
about the rolling to
second-
hit. Can Lina figure out the appropriate amount of cook-off for a grenade?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a gunnery check.
Really,
It'll
gunnery?
be difficulty. I think. Well, what skill does a grenade use? Is it range light?
Well, because this is math to start.
This is math.
Math
Oh,
in
no.
relation to an explosive, right?
Well, math into knowing how many buttons to click. 1 second, 2 seconds,
On
3
an
seconds, 4
explosive.
seconds.
Yeah.
It's a weapons check, not a math check.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Go ahead and is it range light? It should be, right?
Gunnery isn't. Gunnery is gunnery.
Well, for a grenade.
I have the perfect
See,
gift for
here's the
this.
problem: is I'm not doing just a grenade. That's why I need to know the math.
Oh, well, what are you trying to do then?
I am taking the stun grenade, I am duct taping it to my quick burn gel, so when they get close enough, it explodes and puts hull breaching magma in a cloud in front of them.
God.
That's why I don't actually care if they're directly on top of the grenade. I want them
All right.
almost there. math.
It's gonna be. You're doing math. Okay. I mean, between fuck. It's still a like you're setting up a weapon. Like you're doing something with a weapon. Math has nothing to put. You know how the effects of your weapons, right? Like, do this and this here, and set it up to explode. Fuck. What do you want to roll? Is my question.
Well, it'd have to be an intellect check of some type to time the grenade, and then I'll roll your gunnery check.
All right. Go ahead.
I'll roll the gunnery check. If you just want to do it one flat roll, I'll do gunnery.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, fuck. Go ahead and give me a. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, I could hear an argument for mechanics, I guess.
Nope. I was never going to argue mechanics on this one.
Okay. Well, there's no other check related to weapons that I can give you that is not a combat skill. So it's going to be gunnery.
All right.
Especially because you're setting up a makeshift mine.
All right. I'm going to take both of my maneuvers, so I'm going to spend the 2 strain.
Mm-hmm.
One to take Cam's stun grenade, one to pull out my quick gel. And yeah, just drop those behind us. I'm going to spend our last light side point to upgrade to create my wall of fire.
Okay. It's gonna be.
Oh.
What do I do? We'll say. So there are 2 ways I could do it. I could just have it be a hit against difficulty, or I could make it an opposed check versus piloting.
I would say it'd be that's what I'm saying. Like I'm making the wall of fire. It would be the pilot's job to not hit it.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and it's going to be an opposed piloting Well, so it's going to be gunnery versus piloting. Go ahead and give me... So it's diff 3 with 2 upgrades.
Come on, Force, don't fail me now.
And the force be with you. Oh.
There's still a wall of fire back there.
All right.
And I will.
So yeah, there's a wall of fire.
And due to that, I'll add a setback to the pilot's next check.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
Hey, we lob enough checks at him, he's gonna fail
Alright.
one of them eventually.
So now that there's a wall of fire, which you've confirmed, exposure to the burning gel deals damage to materials and sentient beings as if it was a weapon, deals 10 damage as if it's the burn 5, pierce 5.
But you were rolling opposed versus his piloting.
I know.
So there's
But
not
there's still a-
but so this roll is you're setting up a mine and setting it up in a way that, because he's piloting, you're it's an opposed check. I win, I dodge it, right?
But technically, you said he would dodge it next round.
Yeah, all right.
Which is why I said dropping the grenade is your gunnery check.
God.
The pilot's check on his next round would be to dodge the aforementioned explosion,
Okay,
which I've put a setback on.
fine. All right, that works. You guys were bred in a lab to fucking kill me. All right.
Look, see, this is why I ask, is my idea plausible?
This is why I ask leading questions to get him to say the words I want him to say first.
Eat a whole bag of dicks, lady. All right, let's keep going. Back to the top of the initiative. Who wants to go first?
You missed
Let me
your turn.
describe what happens at the beginning of the round. So, one moment, everybody. Nope, don't need to be on my Facebook. Okay.
Oh, technically, that would have been a mechanics check.
Not now. However, placing it effect is that literally exactly what it said?
Yeah, but it does
Then
say
why
use
are you
discretion.
trying to fucking argue?
Because I don't believe it should be a mechanics check.
Jesus Christ. You're killing me. Okay. So, Cam, you're the pilot.
Hello.
You're looking forward. You see, you enter the cutting fields proper. Your ship races through a twisting maze of towering wrecks and active salvage drones. You see sparks rain from above, cutting lasers sweep low, heat blooms sort of distort and warble out your vision.
Poppy has things to say.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
As you enter the cutting fields, you see immediately popping up in front of you is a black spherical, what looks to be like drone droid. You see 3 red flashes, bloom, 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 and the field in front of you, which was at one point completely clear, you see lasers cut through the floor of these ships, like where you're currently zooming over the floor, which is just these ships. Coming up through the floor is a big, wide, vertical fan of lasers that is slowly sweeping across your main corridor as you're heading deeper into the fields.
Well, we're going through that, and I'm gonna dodge.
All right. I'm going to ask for a piloting check here from you. This is going to be difficulty of 3. setback 2, which you get rid of. Fuck. I'm spending a dark side point to upgrade the difficulty by 1. As you did not have a light side point, and after this check you will, so you cannot spend back. Just a heads up.
Yep. Said that was difficulty 3 with 1 increase.
That's right. Okay. The opposing ship will receive a setback.
I think I'm gonna make brownies.
Selected token must have the same disposition as I am claiming. What the fuck does that mean? Disposition? Oh! Sorry, Cam. You need to claim your spot.
Oh!
No,
Whoopsie-doodle.
you're okay. I was trying to claim.
I do this every week. What's my excuse?
And I was like, disposition? What the fuck? These are enemy NPCs. So I was trying to claim your slot. All right. It is the same check that he has. He has a setback. He has to do 1 check first, which is going to be the piloting check with a setback versus your fire, right? And then he has another piloting check because of the lasers. As if it were a weapon, it deals 10 damage. That's 10 personal damage, right?
I mean, if you want to take it personally.
Kyle?
I'm just
what?
being facetious.
No, I gotcha. It's 10 personal damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh, yeah. It's 10 damage as burn 5, pierce 5. But that's only if he doesn't actually, avoid them and rains down on them.
Gotcha. He adds a setback to this, so he's doing another difficulty 3. This poor pilot. Okay, this difficulty 3. Pilot's actually doing really well. Difficulty 3.
Yeah, this fucker is just hanging on for dear life.
Alright, he fails. His ship takes...
Ship them. Depends.
Oh,
Does
God.
it explode up and hit the bottom, or rain down and hit them?
Yeah, so he didn't have a... If he somehow rolled it a spare, I would have the ship not take the damage, and instead it would go to the people. But in this case, it's going to be just the ship. It hits the undercarriage.
That's fine.
It does 10. Was I supposed to be adding boost die to this because of handling?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to reroll?
Yeah. Okay. Well, so one of these days I'll learn how to play this fucking game, and it's gonna be great.
But today is not that day.
Yeah. So I'm gonna reroll 3 setback, and I get 2 boost because of my handling. All right, I have a drive. Nothing happens.
Those threats.
Yeah, there are threats, aren't there? Piloting. You gain 1 boost die on your next check.
For a threat? Doesn't seem right.
For 2 threat.
Piloting damage vehicle. 1 per threat.
That's a despair, but...
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, no, we get boosts. Which doesn't really work on a piloting because we're not actually outmaneuvering them.
And then they have another one to make versus the obstacle that I've laid out for myself. I love how that works. And then 2 boost and another 3 setback. Oh, I need one more difficulty. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fully delete
Just
and re-roll. 2 boost, 3 setback. All right. Did he roll skullduggery? Oh, that's the same roll. I don't care. Okay. Perfect. Okay. He also avoids the... Yeah, this guy is just on your ass. He is right behind you. Okay. That is his initiative slot. Who would like to go next?
I mean, I will. My first plan didn't work out, so you'll love my second.
Let's hear it.
Seeing as my wall of burning hull gel didn't work, I'm just going to draw the care. And because the care's ammunition has actual physical mass, if I shoot out the back, they'll drive into the spray.
You still have to shoot to hit.
I still have to shoot to hit. I'm just telling you that the range band in this one very specific instance doesn't matter. Or shouldn't matter.
Okay. I don't have enough knowledge to say about the rules to say no.
Well, no, this is very much the story aspect of the game.
I got you, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it totally makes sense. Go ahead. I am going to, for the roll to hit, I mean, I'm still going to charge you for firing at extreme range.
charge
not
you for
trying-
firing.
But I'm not trying to fire at extreme range. I am trying to fire at short range, directly behind us.
To hit something at extreme range.
No,
So-
to hit the general air behind us.
No, Kyle, come on. You're shooting at
All right,
something
I'll
that's
let
at
other
extreme
people play
range. What? Why are you mad?
No,
You're shooting at, I don't care which direction you're shooting. You're still trying to hit something that's 200 meters behind you with something the size of a rifle. No! You can. You can try.
All right.
It's just a 4. You can make it.
I suspect that Kyle's point was that firing backward at extreme range, with them closing on us from that distance, meant that by the time the projectile got to where it would be going, they would be at short range from where where he initially shot. And I say that by rules, that's extreme range.
Yeah,
Like, I get the logic, but no.
I can't. Oh wait, I'm running away from this guy. Does that mean it's at a shorter range than? Because he's running towards me.
I mean, if it was a bullet, maybe. I don't know.
That's just it. I'm using a physical projectile.
It
Oh.
doesn't. It's. I will not let this happen. Roll the 4
That's
if
fair.
you want to do it, or pick something else.
So I'm
This
still gonna go for
particular
broke.
instance, it's a bit much.
Still gonna go for broke. Finally going to use that free boost die from like 7 sessions ago that we keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
You usually
Oh my
use
God.
your GM powers for good. I fucking hate you, man.
And it was a glue canister.
Of course it was. What were you aiming at?
The speeder. Get as much glue,
The
hopefully on
speeder?
the driver as I can so he can't steer easily. I just launched a wall of glue at them.
What does the ensnare quality do? Hang on 1 second.
See, this is. I didn't need to shoot the driver. Lina's gonna shoot the driver.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
With
shoot the driver
Elmers.
with Elmers.
This is the most batshit. See, this is what happens when our primary tank isn't here. Everybody gets real creative.
Well, yeah, because our primary method of dealing damage isn't here.
Hey, I'm right here.
Target
Yeah.
is immobilized for duration.
You're kidding me. So you were aiming at the speeder?
Yeah, to have it
I guess
spread out
it's-
and just hit them and glue them to a steering wheel, basically.
What is the... So it has the ensnare quality... And
Sari is a wizard,
Okay.
and her favorite spell is Power Word Scrunch.
Yeah,
Yeah, basically.
100%. You cover their thing in glue. You suffer a strain.
That's fair.
Go ahead. It's 4 damage to the pilot, who's really regretting this whole line of action. And then he's now glued, so he can't make a piloting check. Oh, God. Oh. Here, I can't, because this I can't stand. So, what
No,
is
I'll
the
just give them
method that
setback.
we've come up with? What is the method that we've come up with for getting this glue off? Is there a solvent?
Yes,
you
I had to
have?
build a solvent once. Or it just wears off in 4 rounds.
4 rounds?
But they can also athletics check the way out of it.
What's the athletics check?
Diff 3.
Okay, well,
But
The-
if he tries to reef on his hands glued to his steering wheel, they generally doesn't end well.
yeah, and also the guys are gonna touch him in case they get glued, so they're just
SOL
What are
and
they?
JWF.
they they cannot do anything. They can't. Unfortunately, they don't have the benefit of having someone behind them and guns that can shoot outside their normal range. So, whose turn would it like to be? I'm gonna open up my honey roasted peanuts and fry.
And
Get
cry.
honey roasted.
Tastes like regret.
The thing with having swords for arms is that you really like being in engaged range.
Yeah, I'm having the same problem.
Do it.
Yeah.
I fucking dare you do it.
um. What is our ship like?
He looks like that.
Huh?
Yeah, I know it looks. Oh, there we go. I can just pull it up here. Like, we've got 3 hull trauma, 1 system strain. Wow.
People eat this for fun. God, this is horrible. I'm just more
So-
sad. Yeah.
Vale is going to, I guess, look at the tablet and find out if the beacon is within range of us.
It's still pretty far in front of you. Deeper into the fields.
I'm not going to try and jump on a speeder of 6 dudes.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because
Like,
the
there's
way
a
that
small
the
part of me that's like,
you
do
don't
it.
have to. You don't have to jump same range. You just jump in short range.
If I just jump straight up, I'll be where they are.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, actually, no. I don't think that. Well, yeah, because yeah, right.
Matrix.
Is there any more
Lola.
things to cut? I'll just do the same thing I did the first round.
uh,
Or with
Do
the
I give
whole
you
environment
coordination?
changing.
Lola, chill.
you
That
just
was a
have
very
to like
definitive no.
just have to hack the hack one of the ship cutter things and have it cut them.
I don't have any hack the ship cutter things.
What?
Diff
Yeah,
3
so
with 2 setback.
coordination, diff 3, 2 setback.
Fuck it, we ball.
Alright.
Jesus Christ! What's the fucking point? All right,
Ball it, we fuck.
ball it. All right, I'm gonna ask for a melee. In order
Did
to
you
hit
seriously just jump off?
them.
No, I'm swinging at debris again.
Oh, okay.
A melee check.
Diff 2.
Diff 2.
You're kidding.
What
me.
happened?
A triumph. Diego. Really?
Yeah, 2 successes, an advantage, and a triumph, which means I get my second sword in there.
No. Oh, damn it. All right, well. Perfect.
Although you could argue that I'm holding on, so I can't use the second sword.
That's right. Well, what the triumph does,
Lola, chill.
you cut a piece of debris. That debris Rube Goldberg's into a ship cutting drone. The laser goes right behind you. Another piloting check. Uh-oh, too late. My guy's tied to the wheel. So
Lola Angie.
She very angry.
So it's 2 boost, diff 4,
I mean,
2 setback.
yeah, it's like, can this guy even make this?
Oh, yeah.
Technically?
There's a chance.
Trying to like, do a 90-degree turn, you can still go left and right a bit. Like, you don't have to take your hands off a steering wheel. I mean, he might want to.
Fails with a triumph.
Uh,
Jesus, we're rolling great tonight, huh?
Alright.
Did I use those advantages for anything?
Lola.
No, so you can spend your one advantage.
No, I think I'm going to
Recover
take
some
all 3
strength?
of them and recover some strength. Yeah.
You don't. 3 advantages. Oh,
2 from the coordination, 1 from
yeah.
the melee.
well. The coordination.
I
Yeah.
have to be awake in 5.5 hours. So,
Oh, Well,
Six
good
and
news
a half.
is,
6.5, but yeah. So,
explosion?
they got fucked up, huh?
Bip. You killed 6 people.
Yay!
And didn't that just remove them from the running as well?
It did. As you make your way through the cutting fields towards the objective, you still have a lot to run through. I have a couple more challenges in store, but we are going to take that take that opportunity to say goodnight here. I hope you all had a fun time. If you're watching, great. Send us a message. Tell us who you are.
They won't.
If you're anything other than like a Russian spy bot, please say like, "Hey."
Please stop harassing our viewers.
Well, and then y'all have a good night. Bye.